The following is a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic sports on Iowa Catholic Radio.
And a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to the Southeast Polk, or rather the West Des Moines Valley Gymnasium. Mark Hibadil alongside Scott Babinat. Southeast Polk, just having somebody taps you on the shoulder as we go live here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Scott. But welcome. It's Dowling and Valley for the second time this year, and welcome in.
Well, thank you. And looking forward to this great rivalry game.
Well, it certainly is, and it's round number 2 in the girls' side and the boys later on. Dowling and Valley played over at Dowling back on about a month ago, December 10th, and it was Dowling girls coming away with a 47-43 victory, a game in which they got up pretty good. They were up going into the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, here come the Valley Tigers making a nice run, and the Maroons ended up making some free throws and coming away with a well-fought victory over what was then and is now a top 10 team in the Valley Tigers.
Right. That was a game. I was just talking with Coach a little bit ago, and how many different runs happened in that game. Valley jumped out early, and Dowling brought it back and took the lead and looked like they were going to run away with it. And Valley, true to form, is just not going to quit. So it got to be a little bit of turnover fest in that fourth quarter, but it was a good ending for the Maroons.
Yeah, it certainly was. And, of course, Valley coming in tonight with a record of 8-3. They are 9th ranked in Class 5A. Rankings came out last Thursday. And Dowling Catholic, they're 11-0. They're ranked number 4 in Class 5A. And both teams coming off games last Friday night. Dowling defeating Waukee on the road in a girls' game, low-scoring girls' game, 37-30. Remember that, Scott?
I do. I'm going to have to defer to your expertise on the defensive averages tonight, unlike last week.
Well, tonight, Dowling giving up an average of 36 points a game, and Valley, not too bad, 42 points a game. So,
right.
The last time these two teams played, they were in the 50, or they were, 47, 43, so they were in the 40s. So that's about the same.
Right, and their differential offense defense is about 16 points each. So look forward to a close game tonight.
Certainly do. Well, it's going to be a busy night. It's Tuesday night, and it's girls and boys basketball across the CIML as plenty of games. Of course, this game is also being televised on CISN with Dar Danielson doing the video part. We're doing the radio part. But other games tonight has Southeast Polk at Johnston. And in the girls' matchups, it's number 12 Southeast Polk girls and number 1 Johnston. That'll be a good matchup over at Johnston.
Right. It's Johnston, again, they look impressive. And just seeing bits and pieces of the games, because obviously Waukee played them before they played us, and now Valley played them before us. They're a very impressive team. And Southeast Polk struggled a little bit more than I think most people expected this year. So they'll be warmed up for us on Friday.
That's right. That's right. Waukee is at Urbandale in a girl-boy doubleheader. These all get underway at 6:15, and we're scheduled for tip-off here in about 7 minutes. So I think we're going to be right on time here, if not a little early after the national anthem introductions. Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial in the Battle of Ankeny tonight in the girls' contest. 8th ranked Ankeny against number 7 Centennial. In the boys' contest, both teams just outside the top 10. So great matchup with both those teams and that town being doing pretty well, Scott.
Yeah, Ankeny, both teams are doing quite well this year. And I was reading the other day, and for Ankeny, it's a really big game for them to try to build a resume to improve in their rankings. So if they could knock off Centennial tonight, that would really help them.
Other games, this will be the Iowa Conference of the CIML. Marshalltown is at Waukee Northwest, and then Mason City at Fort Dodge. And finally, in the Metro Conference of the CIML, 6th ranked Roosevelt girls in a girl-boy doubleheader at Lincoln. Hoover's at North, and Ottumwa is at East. And the team that has the bye tonight, since there are 19 teams in the CIML, is the number 1 Ames boys and girls. They have the night off, and one of those coaches may be making the rounds tonight down here in Central Iowa, doing some in-person scouting.
Yeah, it's always a fun thing. It depends on your practice schedule when you can get out of there and, try to maybe hurry things along. Hopefully your AD plans that for you so you can get out and see in person. But again, it's easy to with the streaming that happens, if they want to see this game, they don't have to come out. They can watch it if they want from home. So that's a huge benefit for coaches that way.
No question about it. But one thing, I like to do it live, right in person. You get a feel for the quickness, the intensity, and a few other things. So you like doing that. I want to welcome back Jeff Pickett. He's our studio producer tonight. Welcome back and Happy New Year, Jeff. Jennifer Phelps is sitting right next to me after helping us out here the last week. She runs the video board here at Valley High School and does a great job in all their home football and basketball games. We'll get to see that in full throttle tonight, Scott, as we are courtside, and you are arm length away from assistant coach Joel Danner and Audrey Faber, and, of course, head coach Krista Meyer of Dowling, as we are courtside on the bench.
Right. Hopefully Joel sits down a lot.
Good luck with that.
I have to tell him he's a better door than a window.
Mark Emmerdale, Scott Babinette. Game 1 is our girls contest. We're going to take a break here in the pregame show. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups. We want to remind you, thanks to Ashworth Vision Clinic, along with construction professionals and dental associates. We want to thank them for supporting our broadcast all season long. And a reminder, you can stay connected to Iowa Catholic Radio through our newsletter. You can sign up at iowacatholicradio.com. We'll be back with more pregame from the Valley Fieldhouse here in West Des Moines. Mark Emmerdale, Scott Babinette, Dowling Valley, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. 515-440-4610.
Levels are good.
AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
And welcome back to the pregame show here on Iowa Catholic Radio alongside Scott Babinette, Mark Emmerdale, as we get set for Dowling and Valley here at the Valley Fieldhouse in West Des Moines. Girls game before the boys, as we have a whole lineup tonight. We'll have head coach Clay Fieldking, the Dowling boys basketball coach Scott will join us at halftime as he did last week. And, of course, at halftime of the boys game, we'll have Coach Kristen Meyer, who you are not too far removed from, coaching with her first 5 years. Saw her get win number 200 in person. Well, we were up in the rafters. We had the Euchre seats, Bob Euchre seats at Waukee, but we did see her get win number 200 in her career Friday night.
We did, and I got to talk with her after the game, congratulate her, and of course on Twitter they posted the picture with her and the team with the 200 wins. And again tonight she's got another milestone game if she can get this one to get her 100th here at Dowling.
That is correct. That'd be another milestone game. I like that. I like how you use that. I want to thank all the folks here at Valley, including their athletic director, Brad Rose, even though he gave me the business, as I don't know why they do that. And also Nate Lindgren, who's the facilities manager during these games. Tony Weimer's our outstanding secretary. I want to thank them and all the staff at Valley, even though they're the opponent. They do a great job. All the CIML ADs and staffs do. There's not a spot I wouldn't want to go to. And tonight we're here. We haven't been here in a couple of years. You were coaching last time. I had an elbow room. I was sitting in your chair trying to say, hey, I got to play, Coach. Can you put it in? And we did all that. But it's been a couple of years since we've been here playing Valley in basketball.
Yeah, we were supposed to play them last year, and I believe COVID game cancellation happened for us because we were in
November. Yeah, it was supposed to be the November, early December game. It got canceled and never got made up. The one game that was played was at Dowling.
And that was an exciting one.
Oh, yes, it was. I had to watch it from home on CISN because I had COVID, and it was some gal, that gal right there, 23 in maroon. Yes. Emma Gipple hit a half-court shot. Game was tied to win it. And remember that, Scott?
Yes, I do.
Where were you at after that whole mess happened?
Well, everybody's jumping up in front of me. Like I think chairs went flying, and we had all that social distancing chairs. And, like I was trying to dodge the chairs get kicked. So it was pretty intense and pretty exciting.
All right. We want to thank Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One for supporting our broadcast all season long. And if you like to listen to Iowa Catholic Radio with Alexa, say, Alexa, set Iowa Catholic Radio skill, and then ask, Alexa, open Iowa Catholic Radio anytime you want. Now, when Alexa comes on in our house, the dog starts running down to the man cave where I'm at. And we got media timeouts tonight, right, guys? Media timeouts, yeah. The officials coming over. Best of luck. Stay healthy. And always good to see them. We need them where we can't play, right? That's
correct.
How it works.
Correct.
All right. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight. Scott, I know you have some keys to the game. We'll get to those after the lineup. Then we'll go to our pregame prayer and, of course, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan. But we'll start with the visitors from Dowling Catholic. As I mentioned, Maroons are 11-0 on the season, ranked 4th in Class 5A, averaging 52 points on offense, giving up 36 points on defense. The head coach is Kristen Meyer, her 6th year. 99 wins, 26 losses at Dowling. Overall, 200 wins and 71 losses between Dowling and Nevada. And Coach Meyer is assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. And Maroons will start at one guard. Freshman Ava Zedeker at 5'9", averaging 14 points, leads the team with 21 made threes. She'll wear number 13. The other guard is Julia Moore, back from Florida, a 5'4" guard and a junior, averaging 6.5 points. And one of the leaders in steals with 24, and Julia Moore will wear number 21. Third guard is Layla Tritton, a 5'8" freshman, averaging 6 points and 2.5 rebounds, has 10 steals on the year, and she'll wear number 45. And at one forward, Lauren Frericks. Frericks, a 5'10" junior, averaging 6.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and has 11 blocks on the year. She'll wear number 25. In the center, the gal we just talked about, had the game-winning basket a year ago from half court to beat Valley, is Emma Gipple, 5'10", senior, averaged 11 points and 13.5 rebounds. Scott, she had over 20 rebounds against Waukee Friday night.
She was incredible, and the best word to describe her is relentless on the boards.
And Gipple will wear number 23. So for Dowling, it's Zedeker, Moore, and Tritton, the three guards, along with Frericks and Gipple in the paint. And now for the Valley Tigers, second time we've seen them this year, and head coach Joe Sechrist in his 10th year here at Valley. Rob Wiedebrand, Bert Hansen, and Taylor Benchoff are the assistants, and the Tigers will start at one guard, Maddie Brown, the captain, one of the two captains, 5'7" junior, averaging 9.5 points. The other guard is Meredith Reeker, a 5'10" senior, also a captain, leads the team in scoring at 12.5 points, 19 threes and 2.5 rebounds, all team highs, and she'll wear number 24. At one forward, Elise Yeager, 6'1" sophomore, averaging 9.5 points, leads the team with 8 rebounds per contest. She'll wear number 5. And the other forward is Sophia Hope, 5'10" sophomore, averaging 9.5 points, leads the team with 15 blocks. She'll wear number 32. And the other forward is Bryn Catcher, 5'11" junior, averaging 7.5 points. As Valley comes in with a record of 8-3, they're 9th ranked in Class 5A, averaging 58.5 points and 42.5 points on defense. We'll take a break and come back with the tip-off. Dowling and Valley from the Valley Fieldhouse here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Matt Wilkham, Executive Director for Iowa Catholic Radio. Are you excited about what Iowa Catholic Radio is doing to help connect listeners to Christ? Iowa Catholic Radio is currently seeking an underwriting account manager to join our team. This is a full-time opportunity based at our network studios in West Des Moines with some travel required. If you're interested in being a point of contact between the Catholic community and businesses that wish to partner with us, click on our website banner link for a full job description. Then email me, Matt, at iowacatholicradio.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, President of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Ryan Andrew, and I'm the chaplain at Dowling Catholic High School. Let us pray for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask you to bless all those involved in this athletic competition tonight. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they all show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord, amen. All holy men and women, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Dowling Catholic! Dowling Catholic! Yeah!
And welcome back to the West Des Moines Valley Fieldhouse alongside Scott Babinett. Mark Amadillo is set for the tip-off between Dowling and Valley in this girls contest and a top 10 matchup. Scott, what are some of the keys that you've come up with in this game one?
Came up with 3 for each. First, can Dowling get more baskets in transition? They need that to help their offense along. Can they adapt to Valley's ability to change defenses? And can they get more offensive consistency in the half court? Dowling, can they frustrate the young ball handlers can Valley frustrate the young ball handlers from Dowling? Can they stay consistent offense as well? And will their high-low game, how will that affect the total of the game?
All right, the previous meeting was won by Dowling back on a month ago, December 10th. It was Maroons 47-43 over Valley. Maroons in their maroon road uniforms, white numbers and letter. Valley in their home white uniforms with black numbers and orange trim around the black letters and black numbers. Dowling wins a tip. They go left to right in front of us, or south to north here at the Valley Gym, as Tritton has it on the left block. Kicks it back out to Zedeker as we are underway. Dowling and Valley. Now here in the corner, here is Julia Moore in the lane. Pull-up jumper, good, and that's the quickness that Dowling was missing on Friday night, but Julia gets the first basket.
She did a great job penetrating against the man-to-man defense for Valley.
2-0 Maroons. As we're underway, our officials tonight, William Dotson, Bryant Abel, and Tim Oosterhouse. Now in Valley in the lane. Turnaround jumper, good. Nice move that time in the lane by Sophia Hope. I thought she played very well in the first game between the two teams, and now traveling on the Maroons as they cross the timeline. Turnover against Dowling.
Yeah, they were just going a little too fast and thought they had a pass that they were anticipating, and the other girl was not looking for it.
Maddie Brown and Meredith Reeker are the 2 guards for Valley. Elise Yeager, Sophia Hope, and Bryn Ketcher, the 3 forwards, as J.C. Lucky out with hip surgery. Her final game was against Dowling. And now a bank shot in the lane, good by Hope again. That's the young lady who came in for Lucky last month and had a nice second half against Dowling. Zedeker for 3. It's good from the top of the key, right over Maddie Brown.
Yeah, she knocked that one down, and it's a good start from the 3-point line. The last game, she had great for Valley. She had a great job, did a great job with the high-low action that they're trying.
Dowling stays man-to-man. They lob it inside to Yeager, and her shot's no good. Rebound and a fight for the rebound, and whistle and a foul. I think they're going to get more for the foul. Julia will pick up her first foul, and that's something that has plagued Julia throughout the year is she gets some early foul trouble, and the Maroons really like her quickness on the floor and leadership.
She is. She's really aggressive and works hard. She doesn't let the officials change her way of playing. She fights through consistently, and so that can be troublesome at times for her, but she continues to fight.
Tigers inbounds the ball underneath their own basket. A long 3 out of the out-of-bounds play. It's no good by Hope again. Sophia Hope, 2 out of 3 from the field, and it's 5-4, Dowling by 1 on the 3-pointer by Zedeker. Zedeker dribbles to the left elbow, kicks it out to Tritton. Tritton a spin move in the lane, stops, is cut off nicely by Valley. Leaves it for the top, and this is Julia Moore underneath, works the left side, gets too far underneath the basket, kicks it out, and Dowling will reset. And here is Frericks. Underneath, a bounce pass to Gipple, and it's out of bounds, and a turnover against Dowling as Frericks did a nice job at dribble penetrating, but she had nowhere to go. Valley has really closed off the Dowling passing lanes once the Maroons come to a jump stop.
They have, and she just needed to go hard to the basket there and finish herself. She's trying to do too much. And
now a pass by Valley, stolen away by Gipple. Her shot up and no good from the left side. Rebound Valley. So the Maroons can't take advantage of the turnover. Valley works underneath. The shot too strong, no good. That was by Elise Yeager, and the rebound Dowling. Tritton with the rebound. Here's Zedeker. Pull-up jumper is short, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Gipple. And both teams playing the full length of this 94-foot court here at the Valley Gym.
They are a little bit faster pace than we saw on Friday.
We'll talk a little bit more about that. The game, I don't think tonight will be in the 30s. I don't think that'll happen. Now, corner 3 up and good by Valley's Elise Yeager. So that is her first 3 of the night. She averages 9.5 points on the season, and her 7th 3 of the year, and it's Valley 7, Dowling 5. Now the other way we go, and a whistle and a foul on the Tigers. And they're going to get Meredith Reeker for her first foul. Reeker, 5'10 senior, leads the team in steals, assists, and points. And headed to Missouri Western.
Yeah, she's a really good player. They're really balanced across the board, so it's hard to know who to focus on, but she is the main one.
There's a shot in the lane, no good by Tritton, but Maroons get the rebound, and that's Zedeker with it. And now a long three by Zedeker, it's no good, and a rebound Valley and Maddie Brown. Maddie Brown and Meredith Reek are the two captains on this Valley team. Now coming off a ball screen. This is Reeker down the lane. Her shot, no good. Dowling with the rebound. Here's Zedeker, and her pass is too strong and out of bounds to Valley.
3 turnovers early for Dowling.
Zedeker looking to get somebody else involved. She might have took an extra few dribbles and might have been a little selfish in that scenario, but she gave it up too soon, in my opinion, as announcer sitting here courtside next to Coach Danner and Meyer and Faber. They're sitting down now, Coach, so
yes,
we can see.
Now the referee's in the way.
Yeah, you tell him to move. Let me know. There's a shot in the lane. It's no good by Sophia Hope, but the rebound comes out to Valley. Tigers in the lane. A turnaround shot good by Bryn Ketcher. Ketcher gets the start since Lucky had her surgery, and Bryn with the basket. That's her first 2 of the night. And it's Valley by 4, their largest lead. And now in the lane, a shot up and good. The basket will count. And a foul on Valley, and a nice move that time by Julia Moore.
Yeah, Julia's been doing a good job of getting into the lane. I know that's a focus for the coaches, and Julia wants to get in the lane, and she's trying to score and be aggressive that way. So we talk about her aggression on defense. She's doing it on offense, and she has the second foul on Reeker, so that's a good job.
And the free throw up and good by Julia Moore. She completes the traditional three-point play. And Julia with 5 points in this first quarter. 9-8. Valley by 1. Tigers with the basketball as they bring in to their lineup Elaine Litt. Litt wearing number 2, and now they lob it inside this Valley. They get it down to Hope, and now she's caught on the baseline. The ball deflected out of bounds by the Maroons as they double team her. And I believe it was Frericks and Gipple that sealed her in there, but ball tipped out of bounds by Dowling here, Scott. Now it's Zedeker. The inbounds pass by Litt. Now Litt's just a 5'3" sophomore going up against Zedeker, a freshman, and ball fake. There you go. Now you get it in.
This is important what Dowling's doing with these deflections, though, because when you can get this many deflections on passes and forces, it really influences the other team and what they're trying to do.
The Maroons force a turnover. Heller's going to go in checking the game with her warm-up on. Here's Zedeker with it, Dowling in the front court. Good defense that time by Valley. And Elise Yeager forced the turnover as Zedeker had to go off her.
Yeah, they got up into her. She fumbled that ball away. That's 4 turnovers.
9-8's our score. Valley by 1. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter from the Valley Fieldhouse in West Des Moines. And this is the second game between these two teams this year. Now a shot too strong off the glass by Maddie Brown of Valley. Rebound Dowling. Marin Heller into the lineup. And she has the ball down the baseline. Can't find an angle. Gets it to Moore. Moore in the lane. Julia down the left block. It's cut off. Now reverse the pass over to Heller for 3. Up good. How can you do that warmed up off the bench? And Heller, a 3 for Dowling.
Again, another great creating opportunity by Julia Moore, getting in the lane, then kicking it out a wide open shooter who could just step into it.
Dowling by 2. It's 11-9 with 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Now Valley with the ball in the lane. A shot too strong, no good by Ketcher, and a whistle and a loose ball foul called on Dowling. It'll be Valley basketball. And they're going to get the Maroons Emma Gipple with her first foul. A substitution for Valley. We're going to see Anna Spain, who injured her ankle in the first meeting between Dowling and Valley, and she'll replace Sophia Hope. So Spain in there, a 5'7" junior, averaging 4.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. Valley inbounds the ball. They get it to Litt. Elaine Litt, a 5'3" sophomore, running the point for Valley. In the final 2:10 of the first quarter. Litt all the way down the baseline. Tries to get it to Spain and does. That passing angle couldn't have been the best. And now Valley with the ball. Yeager top of the key. Back to Litt. Lane gets it to Brown, over to Litt. The defense by the Maroons. Both teams have stayed man-to-man, and now in the lane. A shot off the glass, up and no good by Elise Yeager, and a foul on Dowling. It'll be a shooting foul here. And it'll be Julia Moore with her second foul, so she'll have to go to the bench just like Meredith Reeker did for Valley with 2 fouls.
Yeah, that was a good defensive possession throughout. Valley kept moving. Dowling kept staying strong. Just a bad foul there at the end.
Free throw no good by Yeager. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Reminder, you can like Iowa Catholic Radio on Facebook and follow Iowa Catholic Radio on Twitter. Second free throw coming by Yeager. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Dowling and Gipple. Maroons by 2. Yeager goes 0 for 2 at the line. She has a 3-point basket for scoring tonight. Here's Gipple with it. Works the right side, down the right block. Double team. They're going to call a jump ball. As Yeager, good help defense there on Gipple. And it'll be a turnover on the jump ball, or on the alternate possession. It'll be Valley basketball. So that's like a turnover.
It is. Emma took 1 too many dribbles right into the defense right there.
Now Dowling Scott will come up with some token full court defense. Tigers have it, and now is Spain with it. Might have gotten away with keeping her pivot foot locked down, but Valley retains possession. Minute 20 remaining. Dowling by 2, and Valley with the basketball right to left in front of us. This is Easton. Anna Easton in the game, another reserve. 5'5", sophomore. Coach Sechrist is went 3 deep in his rotation. He may go 4 if we see the Cooley girl in there. And now here's an off-balance shot, no good by Litt. The rebound, Dowling. Frericks with the rebound. The other way we go. Here's Gipple, reverse layup, block, and a foul called on Sophia Hope of Valley, and that'll be her first foul. That'll send Gipple to the line.
That was a good take. They pushed the ball up in transition. Emma opened up, and she went right to the basket. Good draw on her part.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. First free throw by Gipple is good. Emma with her first point of the night. It's 12-9, Dowling by 3. Second free throw good. Gipple with 2 points. And full court, man-to-man pressure by Dowling. With Coach Sechrist going with 2 reserves in there, and the Maroons trying to force a turnover. Valley gets it across the timeline, and they'll start their offense. A little dribble weave with the 3 guards. Now the Maroons cut off Spain, and now she gathers the ball in, keeps her dribble alive in the lane, leaves it for Litt for 3 right in front of us. Too strong, no good. Rebound, Gipple and Dowling. Will Gipple get to 20 rebounds again like last week? My goodness.
She's on her way, I believe.
13-9, Dowling by 4. This is Dowling's largest lead in the contest. So now here's Frericks, brings it down. Lauren won't take it to the glass, kicks it to Gipple. In the corner it goes to Tritton. Layla, jump stop on the right block. Can't find any passing lane, and it's tipped out of bounds by Valley and Maddie Brown. Good defense by the Tigers. They really got into Dowling's passing lanes on that set.
We have 2.9 seconds left here in the quarter.
And Dowling will inbound it. Marin Heller will throw it in underneath her own basket on the right side. Bounce pass into Frericks. Her shot up, good, and that'll be the final basket of the first quarter. Lauren Frericks with her first 2 points. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Valley Fieldhouse with the score. Dowling 15 and Valley 9, along with Scott Babinet. I'm Mark Amadale, and we'll return after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And welcome back to the Valley High School Fieldhouse alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale, as we come and start the second quarter. Dowling leading 15-9 as the Maroons now have their largest lead of the first half, as Dowling with the ball on the first possession of the second quarter. Scott, a quick look at some of the numbers.
Yeah, we've got 7 rebounds for Dowling and 5 for Valley coming out of the first, and 5 turnovers for Dowling, 2 for Valley.
Dowling 3 for 3 at the free throw line in the first quarter. Valley 0 for 2 at the line.
That free throw shooting was a big difference in that first game. Dowling being 9 for 11, so they're off to a good start here.
All right, the Maroons can't get their first shot of the second quarter to fall. Valley in the front court. Tigers go back to some of the starting lineup. Elise Yeager returns. Leaves it for Sophia Hope. In the lane, her shot up and good. Nice move by Sophia Hope.
Reekers is back.
And Reeker back. Reeker playing with 2 fouls. Hope with 6 points leads Valley right now in scoring. Dowling with the basketball. Looks like Tigers in a little 1-2-2, if you will, and they're trying to trap the first pass to the wing. And now a bad pass by Tritton, stolen away by Valley and Elise Yeager.
Dowling just a little too loose with the ball. They need to be more intentional with their passing against this 1-3-1.
And now Valley with the basketball. They go down the lane and they lose control of the basketball. Turnover against the Tigers will be Dowling basketball. But first, a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here with 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter. It's 15-11. Dowling by 4 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinett in game 1. Jimmy Cataldo will come in and take that seat of yours for game 2. I don't know if we want to let him back in. I don't know if we can get in the Valley, Jim. Valley and, Jimmy go way back with softball and with football as sophomore coach. And hopefully Coach Bakey might be here tonight, the Valley sophomore football coach and head softball coach here. They have a little rivalry of their own, so I don't know if they're going to let Jimmy in. You may have to stay around for game 2.
I wonder where that rivalry comes from.
Well, it's not. Well, we'll just leave it at that. We'll let our listeners think about where that might be coming from.
Full court pressure from Valley just coming out of the timeout.
Dowling inbounds the ball. Heller throws it into Zedeker. Got to be careful with the 10-second count. They get it across. Now Frerichs with it, and she's fouled as she crosses half court by Elise Yeager of Valley, and that'll be her first foul. It should be team foul number 4 on the Tigers. Dowling with 3 team fouls here in the first half. Maroons by 4 and the basketball in the front court. It's Zedeker, Heller, Frerichs, Tritton, and Gipple, the 5 and the 4 for Dowling. As Julia Moore on the bench with 2 fouls. Tritton dribble drives in the lane. Leaves it for Zedeker. Out to Heller for 3. Top of the key. It's no good. And a rebound, Elise Yeager and the Valley Tigers.
A little bit better ball movement in that possession.
Reeker now for 3. Top of the key. Good. Meredith Reeker, one of the 2 captains on the team, and that is her first points tonight. 3 points for Reeker. It's a 1-point Dowling lead, and now Maroons turn the ball over as Frerichs pass to Tritton goes into the Valley coaching seats. Turnover against Dowling, so pressure bothering the Maroons there a little bit.
They are. They had the right idea, just threw it behind her.
All right, Valley will inbound the ball. They have it. Here's Reeker across the timeline, guarded by Zedeker. Pass goes left wing to Yeager. Over to Hope. Sophia Hope. Dribble handoff goes to Brown. Now the ball stolen away by Dowling. Poked away. Here's Gipple. Down court from the left side. Her shot up and good. Couldn't get the first one to fall about 5 minutes ago, but got that one to fall there, Scott.
Right, that was a good take on her picking up that turnover and going all the way, pump faking, get the layup in.
And youth coaches and players out there, she used the left hand on a dominant right hand with Gipple. She used her left hand, even though she didn't get the fall the first time. Now reverse layup. It's no good from Valley. Reeker now takes the ball to the basket and drew the foul. And this one will be on Ava Zedeker, her first. And the Maroons commit team foul number 4. Valley also has 4 fouls with 5:15 remaining here in the second quarter. It's 17-14. Dowling by 3 in this girls' contest. Free throws coming, and it's good by Valley and Meredith Reeker. That is her 4th point of the night. Tonight's game at Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. And remember, as a second free throw is no good, and a rebound out to Dowling and Gipple. You can listen to Iowa Catholic Radio anytime at iowacatholicradio.com, the Iowa Catholic Radio app, and through the Iowa Catholic Radio Alexa skill. Dowling in the front court after the missed free throw by Reeker. She has 4 points tonight.
Dowling just needs to really be patient in this to get the shots that they want.
Frerichs in the corner for 3. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Gipple comes away with it. A power dribble away from traffic. Now she has 3 around her, and now the ball poked out of bounds by Elise Yeager for Valley. And if I remember correctly, the first time these two teams played, Frericks was cannon threes from each baseline, left and right baseline.
She was incredible. She was 7 for 11 from 3 that night, so it was a great help to the whole offense that night.
And now here's Tritton for 3. It's off the mark, no good, right side. Got a good look at the basket, but couldn't hit it. Rebound out to Valley, and now here's Brown with it. Maddie Brown, one of the senior co-captains, has it. Works the right side, gets to Hope. Sophia Hope, pass over to the left side. This is Reeker in the lane, works the left side. Her shot no good, can't get the fall underneath. The shot no good by Yeager. Ball is partially blocked. Brown for 3, top of the key, good for Valley. And that is Maddie Brown with her first 3 of the night. And Valley has retaken the lead, 18-17 over Dowling. So the Maroons' 6-point lead earlier has been wiped out, and Valley's 4-point lead is now 1. And now the ball tipped in the backcourt, and it'll be Dowling basketball after an errant pass poked away by the Valley Tigers. Dowling will inbound the ball as Julia Moore has a seat on the bench, and Heller back in for the Maroons.
Dowling's struggling with this 1-3-1 look right now, and they're starting out with some good things. They're just not being patient to continue moving the defense. More ball reversal, purposeful dribble in, and kickouts will change that for them, though.
Underneath Tritton on the short corner. Her shot no good. Fight for the rebound, and Brown has it and lost it out of bounds. Sometimes you have a little window that we can't see with our angle on the short corner, but also the middle of the court is open right around the free throw line and maybe 3 feet down at times. So let's see how they work this. Heller throws it in, and Dowling with possession. Left to right in front of us. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. 18-17. Valley by 1. In this top 10 girls matchup, here's Heller. Dribbles to the left block, kicks it back out to Frericks, top of the key. Now the right side to Tritton. Valley looks like more man-to-man. Now Tritton works the left block, leaves it for Zediker. In the lane, a little teardrop shot, no good by Ava, and the rebound out to Valley. Tigers running. Here's Reeker in the lane. Her shot up and no good, but she's fouled. Fouled by Zediker, and 2 free throws coming for Reeker.
I believe that's 2 on Ava.
And it is, and that'll send to the free throw line Meredith Reeker, who is 1 for 2 tonight at the line for the Valley Tigers, has 4 points. And the first free throw is good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Dental Associates, the Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Emmerdale. Glad you could join us from the Valley Fieldhouse tonight as Reeker hits both free throws. She has 6 points. And it's 20-17, Valley by 3. Pressure in the backcourt by Valley. Maroons break it. Now it's a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 fast break. The Tigers get back, and the Maroons will run their offense here against which defense? Corner 3 by Frericks. Up good from the left baseline. Lauren Frericks.
They drop back to their 1-3-1 out of the free throws.
Valley in the front court. Here's Maddie Brown with it, guarded by Tritton. Brown for Valley as the Tigers go right to left towards the south basket here in the first half at the Valley Fieldhouse. There's Brown with it, or rather Anna Spain with it. Spain on the left block, guarded by Tritton. Her shot up, no good. She traveled with the basketball to be Dowling basketball.
That was good defense by Layla Tritton there. She stayed patient with her and let her walk right into that mistake.
Tied at 20 with 2:15 remaining in the first half. Clay Thiel-King will join us at halftime. The Dowling boys basketball coach previewing their game, and now they're working inside to Gipple on the right block. Her shot up and no good, but she's fouled by Sophia Hope, and that'll be her second foul. So for Valley, they have Reeker and Hope with 2 fouls each. Dowling has Zediker and Julia Moore with 2 fouls each here, Coach.
Yeah, both teams are doing a good job moving the ball and compromising the defense to get some good shots here. And overall, a pretty good defense on both sides.
So Ketcher returns to the Valley lineup. That's Bryn Ketcher. She has become their 5th starter since J.C. Lucky had her surgery for her hip right after the Dowling game. Second free throw no good by Gipple. She has 5 points. Rebound out to Valley. Dowling by 1. Valley with the basketball. Here's Reeker with it. Works the left side. Now finds a cutting catcher in the lane. Her shot up and no good, and a foul on Dowling as the ball rolls off the rim. And free throws coming for the Valley Tigers. Foul will be on Gipple, and Emma will have her second foul. So Dowling now with 3 players in foul trouble. Gipple, Zedeker, and Moore. Now free throws coming for Valley. And the first one up and no good. Julia Moore back in the lineup for Dowling. Also coming in is Ellie Olson. Olson, a 5'9 freshman. And Julia playing with 2 fouls has to play smart here in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Need some big minutes out of Ellie inside, too.
Both free throws no good by Ketcher, who has 2 points tonight. Rebound Dowling. Here's Heller with it. Leaves it in the corner. This is Moore with it. She drew the foul before the shot. So it'll be out of bounds to Dowling. That should be team foul number 6 on Valley, and it is.
Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the half.
Anna Spain picks up her first foul for the Valley Tigers. So, as you mentioned, Scott, both teams with 6 fouls. So we're shooting in front of a 1-on-1s. The final minute 43 of the first half. 21-20, Dowling by 1. Here's Frerichs with it. Dribbles the right block and then stops. Now trying to find Heller in the back cut. She does, but Heller has no shot, and the Maroons will reset. Heller on the baseline. 10-footer up. Good! How about that shot from the left baseline?
That was a nice little move there. She stayed calm. That was impressive, that possession. She drove through the baseline on a back cut. And Nash dribbled out and came back to passed it out and came back to the ball and got that little runner.
I like the freshman's demeanor for this Dowling team. The Maroons dress 5 and play predominantly 3. And now a steal by Heller. Bad pass that time by Rieker. Heller dribbles to the right side. 3-pointer up, and it's short off the back ironers. We got a minute to play. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Valley basketball with 59 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, that's what Dowling wants to do. They want to get that turnover, and they want to get down court and either get that layup or the open 3.
Full court pressure applied by Dowling, and now they back off once the pass is in. And this is Brown dribbling across the timeline. Gets it up to Rieker. Now they work underneath. Left block. It's Ketcher, and her pass is stolen away. Nice play that time by Ellie Olson. How about that play by the other freshman, the 4th freshman that we've seen tonight?
I couldn't see it, but
I know. Coach and referee were in your way as they are courtside. All right, underneath is Olson with the left hand. Shot up, good! How about that? You didn't know if he was going to go in with the right hand or left hand. It was left-handed Ellie Olson with the basket.
She did not look at the basket on Friday. She went right to it with that step-through move tonight.
Dowling by 5 with 10 seconds left, and now down the lane, Rieker with the shot, no good. Threw up the basketball off the glass and drew the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2, and this foul will be, it'll be on Heller. So Marin will pick up her first foul.
Yeah, she did a pretty good job. She just leaned in on her on the drive there right at the end.
So Rieker, who is 3 out of 4 at the free throw line, hits the first free throw. Tonight's game of the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Alongside Scott Babinette, I'm Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight for high school girls and boys basketball. Jeff Piggott back from his extended Christmas and New Year's break as second free throw good by Rieker. And she has 8 points here in the first half.
Full court pressure by Valley.
10 seconds remaining. Here is Tritton with it. Dribbles to half court and drew the foul from behind. If she wasn't fouled, it was certainly going to be carrying the basketball. The foul will be on Bryn Ketcher, I believe. There is no 45.
No,
there is no 45. I think it's Ketcher.
45 should be shooting.
45 is shooting. That's Tritton for Dowling. We have a couple of Valley players that end in 5, so there's no 45 on the roster for Valley. 24. And it's just plain 5. Elise Yeager picks up her second foul.
Coach Joel wants it on Rieker.
And it is. So Tritton to the line for Dowling, looking for her first points of the night. I like how the referee handed her the basketball and the buzzer sounded. And second free throw, no good. Rebound, Valley with 2 seconds. This is Ketcher at half court. It's no good, and we've come to the end of the first half with the score. Dowling Catholic 25, the Valley Tigers 22, as we are at halftime in game one, the girls' game. And Scott Babinett, what a quarter we saw. Dowling got out to a 15-9 first quarter lead, and here come the Valley Tigers, outscoring Dowling 13-10 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's like we've seen this before, right? The
Yes.
back and forth.
Yeah, we have. We've seen this before.
But that's a good thing about rivalry games. You just keep pushing forward on both sides.
Yeah, you certainly do. And Valley is not going to back off as we expect, as they went to 5 out of 8 at the free throw line in that second quarter. So they're 5 out of 10 at halftime at the free throw line. That might be a concern. Valley team that comes in.
They're
Shooting.
both in the 60s, right?
Yeah. So they're 5 of 10 at the line. Let's take a look at the first half scoring. For the Valley Tigers, they're led by Meredith Rieger with 8 points. She was 5 out of 6 at the free throw line. 6 points for Sophia Hope on 3 field goals. 3 points for Elise Yeager, 1 3-point basket, 0 for 2 at the line for Hope. And Maddie Brown with a 3-pointer and has 3 points at halftime for Valley. And 2 points for Bryn Ketcher for Dowling Catholic. Maroon scoring in the first half. Lauren Frericks with 5 points. 5 points for Emma Gipple. 5 points for Marin Heller off the bench for the Maroons. Ava Zediker with the 3 points. And Julia Moore with 5 points. 2 points for Ellie Olson off the bench for the Maroons. And that is our scoring here at halftime. So Dowling with 4 players with 5 points each. Heller, Moore, Gipple, and Frericks. 3 points for Zediker and 2 points for Ellie Olson. Maroons at the free throw line. They went 1 for 4 at the line in the second quarter and finished 4 out of 7 at halftime. Once again, our halftime score, Dowling Catholic 25, Valley 22. We're going to be joined by Clay Thielking. He's here, and we'll talk to him, preview the boys' game coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
What is the best gift ever? Giving a Catholic education is at the top of my list. Your contribution to CTO helps families send their children to our Catholic schools who otherwise could not afford it. In giving to CTO, you receive the best tax credits ever. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their future.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Golden Rule Heating and Cooling. Since 1999, Golden Rule Heating and Cooling has been supporting customers with their rules to live by: respect, understanding, loyalty, expertise, and service. GoldenRulePHC.com.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel, 90.9 FM KLOX Creston.
And we're back here at the Valley Gym, Valley Fieldhouse, alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadeus. We are at halftime of the girls' contest. Dowling 25 and Valley 22. Joined now by the Dowling boys head basketball coach, Clay Thielking. Coach, long time no see. Well, not because it was last Friday, but last night.
Right.
I was out at Dowling with my daughter's weight training. Saw you and some of the coaching staff making sure Coach Nahas coached those JV players up. And then come to find out there was a B game, too. So basketball on a when was it Thursday night? What night? Monday night. Monday night at Dowling. I'm losing track of days. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's Dowling and Valley for the second time. As you probably noticed on my lineup sheet, there's one less player in the Valley team, but it's not good news. And Eli Reardon tore his ACL the day after he put up 37 points against Dowling last month, out for the year. And Valley's got a different look. They're still big inside, and they're going to rely more on Ruit Bajik. But this is a different Valley team, but one that, knowing Coach Windhorst like we do, he's just going to come up and say, hey, next person in, I'll get out there and perform. And that's kind of what you're going to be dealing with tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They're different, without Eli, of course. He's a game changer. But it's next man up, and BJ's got a lot of talent. They're deep, and they've been playing really well. When you lose a kid like Eli, guys step into bigger roles, and those guys have all developed and are kind of contributing a little bit more. And so, it'll look a little different, but certainly the challenge is still great, and our guys need to be ready to go.
Well, Coach, I know you're coming off a difficult loss on Friday night at Waukee, a game that you were led most of the game in that second half, and you got caught up in a lot of things, some foul trouble, poor shooting, some shot selection, some turnovers, but Waukee made a nice run. But I know your kids were, that was a heck of an effort, and that's one thing this team has never not done is play with effort, no matter what the case. And I'm sure that's the case tonight, but you also want fresh legs in that fourth quarter. We talked about that a few weeks ago, and it happened, and then it seemed like Friday night just they got out of rotations, and then some kids logged some long minutes, and I know you don't want that to be the case here at Valley, and I see their bands here, so it's going to make it an even more of a better environment tonight, Coach.
Yeah, no, you're right. We looked like we had tired legs Friday, for sure. So, we'll go back to a little bit deeper rotation and give some of those other guys a look, and they'll be ready. And hopefully we can finish, like we talked last time, we're fighting to be consistent. We put two or three good quarters together per game, but it's a 4-quarter game, and in our league, 3 quarters isn't good enough, and that's what's bit us a few times this year. So we're searching for that consistency, and we think we're moving in the right direction.
Well, Coach, this is game number 9 out of a 21-game schedule. Not quite at the halfway point on the boys' side. The girls are at their halfway point tonight. But talk about what you know about this team. We know that's a lot of inexperience. There might be a total of 10 minutes of varsity time last year, and that was Carson Brown and Quincy Ferguson, your 2 guards. They didn't get a lick of minutes really other than that because it was a senior-dominated rotation. But what do you know about this team? What do you see progressing as you see the team in practice every day?
Yeah, we're still searching for some things, Mark, to be honest with you. It's a quiet group, so the on-court leadership is something that we're trying to get out of some of these guys. But they're coming along. Those football guys, I think, have made great progress in the last couple of weeks just with their skills. Carson looks a little more comfortable shooting it. That stuff takes a long time, and so those guys are starting to come around a little bit, and you want it to happen overnight, but the reality is you're not going to get those guys to look like they're in basketball shape until mid to late January probably. So we're getting closer to that. We're trying to find ways to help our guys offensively because we do hit routes in these games, and we put a few things in the last couple of days that we think will help them through some of those situations to take some of the decision-making out of their hands and make things a little bit easier. So we're searching for answers like a lot of teams, but you're right, it's not for a lack of effort or a lack of care, and as a coach, I'm blessed for that because it could be a whole lot worse.
Yep.
So they're bought in, and we're all learning, and we just got to keep fighting in our league. There's just no room for error, so we just got to keep working hard.
Well, it'll happen. I know you talked about being game smart in situations. Some of that stuff you can't teach in practice, but game situations, instinct, breaking down 2-on-2 with your teammate. That's gonna change throughout the night, and I know that you're looking for that. And it's a teaching moment and a film moment at times, I'm sure.
It is. Those game situations can be a lot different than what you see in practice. It's coming at you a little bit faster. Obviously, environment's a lot different. So we're getting there. Kids are learning, and it's a long process, but we're happy with the growth.
Don't worry about those 2 guys over there from Valley. One's a softball coach, and one's a retired fast pitch manager of the softball coach here. And they're good guys, but they're texting me, so I apologize for that, Coach Steele. All right, keys tonight, facing Valley for the second time.
Yeah.
This is a little different. Now you know your opponent. You experienced your opponent last month. What are some of the keys that you're going to bring?
Transition defense. They get out and run really well. We've got to win the one-on-one battles. They're going to spread us out a little bit more now without Eli. They're a little more guard-oriented, so we got to do a good job guarding the ball. And then we got to block out. And then offensively, ball and body movement, get great shots, and hopefully put the ball in the hole.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for visiting with us.
Thanks, Mark.
Clay Fieldking, the boys basketball coach at Dowling. We'll take a break. We're at halftime of the girls' game. Dowling 25, Valley 22. Back with the second half in 1 minute. You're on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Psalm 1, verse 1 says, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers." What does that mean? Hang around with bad people? No. According to G.K. Chesterton, it means something much better than that. He says that there are certain people who, because they are really pure, create a good atmosphere around themselves. They are truly children of light, and the light shines on everything they touch. When a righteous person stakes out a clear position, we recognize that it's something solid and vital and eternal. So it's not that hanging around bad people makes us bad, it's that being righteous can help make the people hanging around us righteous too. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
Hey, we're back here at the Valley Gym. Mark Everdale, Scott Babinett. We're underway here in the second half as both teams now have made baskets. And now here's a steal by Valley right in front of us. Underneath the shot up and no good, and the foul called on the Bruins. And free throws coming for Valley's Meredith Rieker. But what a flurry to start the second half. And it's 27-25 Valley, or rather Dowling by 2, and free throws coming for Meredith Rieker. And Scott, you got to look at some of the numbers at halftime.
Yeah, Dowling had 6 field goals from 2 and 2 from 3, and Valley had 4 and 3, I believe.
Hey, Uno.
In that first half.
Okay. First free throw, no good. Second free throw rolls off the rim, no good. Rare back-to-back misses by Meredith Rieker. 55% free throw shooter. Now Dowling with the basketball, and Valley wanting to press, or rather trap the corners. They're coming after Zedeker. She gets out of it on the left baseline. Now Zedeker with it, works the left side. Mr. Frerichs right in front of us. Reverse pass stolen away by Rieker. Meredith in the lane. Picks it back up. Here's a three-pointer up and good, and that's Maddie Brown. Brown with 6 points on her second 3 of the night. It's 28-27, Valley by 1. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. Dowling with the ball. They go right to left towards the south basket, right in front of us. Here's Tritton in the lane. Her shot up, hangs on the rim and falls through. The basket will count. The foul on Maddie Brown of Valley.
That was a great take on that baseline. They just moved the defense enough, and she had to drive lane and took it through the defender.
Macy Downing makes her first appearance tonight. So Maroons have used Olson, Heller off the bench, and now Macy Brown, the 5'7" senior. Free throw coming for Tritton. It's good. So Layla with her first free throw of the night. She's now 1 for 3 at the line, has 3 points. Dowling 4 of 7 at the line at halftime. Valley was 5 of 10 at the free throw line at halftime. And it's 30-28, Dowling by 2. Back comes Valley and Rieker for 3, and it's good. That's points number 11 for Rieker, and gives Valley a 1-point lead. Here we go, Scott, back and forth.
Yeah, on that one, defender got caught below the screen and just left her wide open. You can't do that. You got to fight over the top there.
Valley with it little 1-2-2 trap. They try to trap the first pass. Now here's Zedeker with it right side. Pass over in the corner to Downing. Free throw line to Gipple. Gets it out to Zedeker, right side. Now to Downing for three, right corner, up off the back iron, no good. Weak side rebound, Moore, and a reach-in foul on Valley. That'll be on Elise Yeager, her third. Second team foul on the Valley Tigers. It'll be Dowling basketball underneath. As re-entering the lineup for Valley will be Anna Spain, and she'll replace Elise Yeager, who has 3 points and 3 fouls. He's inbound the ball. They get it to Gipple. Top of the key, it goes to Zedeker. Valley by 1. Zedeker pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Valley.
Could have gone to the basket all the way there, I believe.
Spain with the rebound for the Tigers, and they get it in the front court. Here's Spain coming off the ball screen. Gets to Hope. Looking inside, can't find anyone open. Dowling stays man-to-man with a lot of help in the passing lanes. Here's Reeker down the lane. Her shot up, and it's blocked by Tritton, but a foul on Tritton. And free throws coming for Reeker.
Yeah, Dowling's not moving their feet very well right now. Defense, a lot of reaching across on those shots.
Let's get our officials tonight. William Dotson, Bryant Abel, and Tim Oosterhouse. Free throws coming for Meredith Reeker. First one up and good. Reeker with 12 points. She had 8 at halftime. And the second free throw coming for Reeker. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skepton's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. Second free throw good. Reeker with 13 points. And Valley by 3, 33-30. Dowling in transition. Underneath is Gipple. Skip pass over to Heller. Marin Heller in the lineup. And step back 10-footer. Nope, she won't take it. Gets it out to Moore. Valley stays. Yeah, they're 1-2-2. They want to trap when they can. Moore down the lane. Shot up off the back iron. No good. Ball slapped around into the hands of Dowling. Zedeker with it. Top of the key to Moore. Julia. Pull-up jumper up and short. And the rebound slapped around and retrieved by Tritton. Dowling saves possession with 4 minutes to play in the third. Now 3 by Zedeker. Good! They give Dowling 3 chances, and Zedeker, the freshman, makes them pay. That's her 6th point. And the Maroons have tied it up at 33, Scott.
They have. They kept. They were very persistent there and finally got the shot they wanted.
Now underneath, Reeker with a tough shot, the left hand, good. Reeker with her 15th point.
Dowling.
Now the Maroons had the basketball, and I think they draw the foul on the pass.
No,
the
band dropped something on them.
One of the horns fell, maybe.
I believe they would have had a turnover had they not done that, so they helped Dowling out there.
Thanks to the Valley Band performing on the south end zone bleachers. You don't see too many end zone bleachers in high school basketball anymore, but you go to Southeast Polk and both Ankeny schools, they're out.
Johnson has them at the one end, right?
Yep, they do. 3:15 remaining third quarter. Lob pass underneath by the Maroons. They tried to hit Heller, and they couldn't hook up as the pass by Julia Moore too strong.
You know, they're seeing a lot of good things against that zone, but they're rushing them a little too much and turning it over that way. They just be patient. They'll get what they want. That zone will move and shift.
All right, Reeker dribbles in the front court, and now good hustle by Moore. Bodies hit the floor, and the ball goes out of bounds. And they say it went off of Dowling. As I'll tell you what, Maddie Brown had her hands full with Julia Moore there at half court.
Yeah, Julia is a pretty intense defender.
One stop here.
Mind, Dowling has several players with 3 fouls, at least one, and that is Julia Moore. Oh, she has 2, never mind. Now in the lane, shot off the glass, good by Sophia Hope. Hope with her 8th point. Valley by 4, 37-33 in this top 10 matchup. 4th-ranked Dowling undefeated at 11-0, taking on the Valley Tigers with a record of 8-3. And now in the lane, a shot up, and it's blocked out of bounds by Sophia Hope. Well, stays in bounds and saved by Valley. And the Tigers have it, a chance to extend their lead. This is Valley's largest lead right now of 4. Now on the left block, a shot up, no good by Hope. Rebound Dowling. Zedeker with it. 2:10 remaining in the third quarter. Heller for 3 in the corner. It's up and short. Rebound Dowling. And a loose ball foul on Valley as Gipple got the rebound. and drew the foul. Anna Spain picks up the foul. That's her second. And it'll be team foul number 3 on the Tigers, 2 on Valley. We got a full timeout, so we're going to take one ourselves. With 2:06 remaining here in the third quarter from the Valley Fieldhouse, it's Valley 37, Dowling 33. When we return, it'll be Dowling basketball underneath their own basket here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
I thought you said we were going clubbing for our anniversary.
Oh, we are. Ah, yes. Here it is.
The phone.
Right. For the Challenger Club.
Do we need a reservation?
There's no reason to have reservations about helping Iowa Catholic Radio.
Are they DJing or something?
It's the soundtrack to holiness. And the Challenger Club helps by challenging other Iowa Catholic Radio listeners to give during the Carathon.
Great. Just one more question.
Yeah?
What about our anniversary?
Oh.
Call 515-223-1150 to join the Challenger Club today.
Hey, we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse as Valley uses one of its timeouts. Dowling with the basketball, the inbound the ball to Gipple. A little Euro step, and a shot off the glass good as Emma Gipple goes right around Sophia Hope.
Yeah, that was a great step. She drove right, came back left on that.
37-35, Valley by 2. Now a shot from the wing. It's no good by Rieker. Gipple with their 7th point on that last possession. Dowling with the rebound. Here's Heller with it. Leaves it for Zedeker. Free throw line is Gipple. They get it in the corner. Heller for 3. Up off the back iron. No good. Ball slapped around. Zedeker comes away with it after Gipple slapped it into her hands. And the Bruins will reset. Third time in this possession here, Scott.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of keeping the ball active.
Moore for 3. It's short. And the rebound, Rieker and Valley. Minute 10 remaining in the third quarter. Valley 37, Dowling 35. Girls contest, top 10 matchup. We'll have the boys game following this game here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And now a strong move in the lane and a shot off the glass good by Anna Spain.
Yeah, that's a great left-hand finish off that drive there.
She pushed off on her right foot off the floor, made a strong move there, and then had the right touch with her left hand. Spain, a right-handed shooter, and now whistling a foul, I believe, on Spain.
Coaches do not like those fouls out on the perimeter like that.
Third foul on Spain. Team foul number 4 on Valley with 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Last game was a 4-point win for Dowling at the Dowling gym a month ago. Now a pass by Moore, tipped away. Now Valley in the passing lane, but Zedeker picks it up, leaves it for Gipple. Emma in the lane, stops, and passes the ball over to Julia Moore for 3. Good. Couldn't tell who it was because the coaches were standing up, but it was Moore.
Lefty hit another one.
8 points for Moore. 12 seconds remaining. Valley by 1. The spring catcher and Maddie Brown play catch. They get it out to Rieker for 3 at the horn. Good. What a shot by Rieker. She's got 18 points as we go to the fourth quarter, and the Valley lead is 4. It's 42-38 Valley here at the end of the third quarter. Along with Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll take a break and come back with the fourth quarter from the Valley Fieldhouse here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
60 Seconds with Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen.
Man who's free to love is free to hate. He who is free to obey is free to rebel. Virtue in this concrete order is possible only in those spheres in which it is possible to be vicious. A man can be a saint only in a church in which it is possible to be a devil. You say, well, if I were God, I would destroy evil. Well, if you did that, you would destroy human freedom. God will not destroy freedom. If we do not want any dictators on this earth, certainly we do not want any dictators in the kingdom of heaven. And those, therefore, who would blame God for allowing man freedom to go on hindering and thwarting his work are like those who, seeing blots and smudges and errors in the student's notebook, would condemn the teacher for not snatching away the book and doing the copy himself.
The people you know and trust are on EWTN.
And we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Scott Babinette, Mark Amadeus. We're tabling up our numbers here at the end of three quarters. It's Valley 42, Dowling 38. Dowling with the basketball to start the fourth quarter as Dowling outscored Valley 17-16. Well, check that. Valley outscores Dowling in the Maroons. That's Julia Moore getting the basket underneath.
That's a good start for this quarter. After the third quarter, Valley jumped out of back into the lead again.
Now, Valley outscored Dowling 17-16 in that third quarter. Now Valley with the basketball and a shot up and good. And that's Sophia Hope, who's playing with a couple fouls right now. She has 10 points. Moore with the last basket for Dowling. She now has 10 points. 44-40. Valley by 4. Now steal by Valley. Tigers get it across the timeline. That is Yeager with it. Passes over in the corner. That is Hope. Now whistle and a foul called on the arm. And it's going to get Gipple for the foul. And they will. And let's take a look at our statistics, Scott, through three quarters.
Yeah, well, in the third quarter, Dowling shot 5 for 13, and Valley shot unofficially 7 for 10.
44-40. Valley by 4. 6:50 remaining, fourth quarter. They have Gipple for 2. I have her for 3.
I thought she had 3 as well.
So we'll see how
We'll take the 2.
We'll always take the 2. Yeah. Valley being very deliberate. Dowling staying man-to-man. Tigers are trying to run an offense featuring Reeker. Now they dribble handoff to Brown in the lane. Her shot no good. Ball slapped out. Controlled by Valley. Tigers with it. Reeker underneath. The ball stolen away. Nice pick that time, I believe, by Zediker or Gipple. And now Moore in the front court. Julia down the lane. Finds Gipple and loses out of bounds. Emma's could not handle the pass there, Scott. Now we've got a timeout. Timeout called by Valley. We'll keep it here with 6:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 44-40. Valley by 4. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinette here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Jim Cataldo will come in for the boys game. And Scott, let's. You got all your stats, right? I didn't know if I cut you off. You got all the stats ready that you needed to?
I said what I had right there with the shooting, and that was an incredible shooting quarter for Valley. And coming out of this fourth quarter, they each got a basket here. One thing Dowling's going to want to do is cut those right-of-hand drives off. You see Julia work really hard at the top to keep him from going right and send him back left. The last time they scored on a right-hand drive, and that's definitely not what the coaching staff wants to have happen there.
Well, it was a 30-second timeout called by Valley. They have 3 remaining. Dowling has 4 timeouts left. Team fouls, Valley with 4 and Dowling with 3. Now full court pressure applied by Dowling as Valley advanced the ball from underneath their own basket. Leading by 4. Here's Reeker with it. They work it inside. A little backdoor cut by Yeager. They can't get a shot off. Now a long 3 up and no good by Hope. The rebound out to Dowling. The Maroons running in transition. They overthrow the lead pass to Gipple out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against the Maroons.
Yeah, these turnovers are really unforced.
Maroons trying to keep the pace up. And we've got a pretty good pace tonight. Both teams have went to the bench. Valley has used 3 reserves, and I believe Dowling has used 3. So trying to keep their starters fresh for the end. Tigers with it. Here's Ketcher with it. These are for Reeker. It's Ketcher, Reeker, along with one of the co-captains, Maddie Brown, Sophia Hope, and Elise Yeager. And underneath, a shot up and good. Bryn Ketcher with her 4th point. Check that, her 6th point. And Valley has outscored Dowling 4-2 here in the fourth quarter as we approach the 5-minute markers. Gipple with it over to Zedeker for three in the corner. Up good. Ava Zedeker with her third three of the night. She's got 9 points.
Has great ball movement there through the middle of the zone and then kicking out to her on the baseline.
And Valley's lead is 3. Underneath a lob pass to Elise Yeager. Nicely done that time by Sophia Hope. She would have got the assist, but a foul on Dowling before the shot. This will be on Julia Moore. That'll be her third.
Yeah, Dowling's really got to get better pressure on the inbounds pass, make that a higher pass so they can contest underneath.
Now they work it inside. Valley inbounds the ball to Brown. She kicks it out for three by Ketcher. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker flying down court. Didn't see anybody open. Now finds a cutting Frericks in the lane. She can't get a shot off. Now back to Zedeker. Valley stays, I think, man-to-man here, Scott. Yep,
yes,
they do.
Yes.
Now here is a steal by Reeker and a foul on Dowling as Frericks had the ball stolen from her and commits the foul.
She turned kind of in that, lost track of the defender, wasn't real strong with the ball.
So they got Frericks I got her for her first foul. The board has her for 2. I wonder if they gave one of Gipple's fouls to Frericks.
I'm imagining that's what happened there.
So we'll see. We'll keep that in mind. 4:20 remaining, 46-43. Dowling trailing by 3. Here's Ketcher on the baseline. Puts up a shot up, missed everything, and gets her own rebound as she overshot the basket without using the glass from the right baseline. Rebound out to Valley. Now here's traveling as Reeker tried to make something happen and turned it over.
I was wondering if they get that one. They missed one a previous trip down where they got the basket. It's such a hard thing to do, those refereeing. I wouldn't do it myself.
I thought you'd be doing that now.
No.
Wait, you can do that from the comfort of your home like everybody else.
Yeah.
You referee college
That's easy.
and high school, basketball, sure. All right, here's Gipple with it. Back to Heller, who's in there. Marin Heller checking in. Dowling with the ball. Frericks with it. Gipple has it the right elbow. It's stolen away by Valley. Nice job that time by the Tigers. Reeker with it. Underneath to Hope, and a layup is good. Sophia Hope with her 12th point. And she had a very strong finish in Game 1 over at Dowling last month in a Valley loss. So Hope has come up with points, and now a deflection right in front of us almost came towards us as Reeker hooked up with Julia Moore, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a full timeout with 3:24 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's the Valley Tigers 48, Dowling 43 in this Class 5A Top 10 matchup. Back in 1 moment here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thought of the Day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
I was made for greater things, said the great philosopher and theologian St. Augustine. He said this to himself. He had been living a pretty low-level life all of his life, immediate gratification, ego, competitiveness with others. It was all about Augustine. He suddenly realized that human beings are made for greater things, to forgive, to love, to help others, to love God. And he finally realized that. He was made for greater things. And the greatest thing was letting God fill him up with God's great love, God's love in his heart. He started to pray, and a bright light from above came over him, and that's when he thought, I am made for greater things. Our relationship with God is the greatest thing we're made for. Prayer opens us up to that greatness, that divine light from above. And that is today's Thought of the Day.
And we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale. Officials get play underway right in front of us. Valley 48, Dowling 43. Timeout called by Dowling. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. 3:10 remaining. Heller to the lane, or rather Frericks to the lane for Dowling on the right side. Her shot's no good. And the rebound out to Valley. Tigers lead by 5 at the 3-minute mark. And now a steal by Julia Moore at half court, and a layup up and good. Julia Moore with a steal and basket has 12 points. And a timeout. Valley will keep it here. How about that, Scott Babinett? The Maroons now have cut the lead to 3.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout, and they did a good job. Lauren had a great drive. She just missed the finish there, and then Julia came down and gets a steal. So we're going to find out a lot about this Dowling team these last 3 minutes. And actually both teams, but in particular, Dowling's throughout the year played with the lead quite a bit. So coming from behind is going to be interesting to see how they respond here.
Julia Moore with that last basket now has 12 points, 4 field goals, 4 2-point field goals, and a 3-point basket in her 12. 48-45 is our score. Valley with a 3-point lead with 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Reminder, we will be bringing you the boys' game following the girls' game here on Iowa Catholic Radio from the Valley Field House tonight. I want to remind you, we appreciate the support of our sponsors, and when you step in and maybe say hello, say you heard the game on Iowa Catholic Radio, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Reminder, other games tonight in the CIML start the Central Conference. Southeast Polk is at Johnson in a girl-boy doubleheader. Waukee is at Urbandale. In the Iowa Conference, the Battle of Ankeny. Ankeny at Ankeny Centennial. Marshalltown at Waukee Northwest, and Mason City at Fort Dodge. In the Metro Conference, Roosevelt at Lincoln, Hoover at North, and Ottumwa at East. And Ames has the bye here in the CIML tonight. All right, Valley inbounds the ball. They lead by 3. Maroons had man-to-man pressure, and the Tigers get it in the front court. This is Reeker with it, guarded by Heller. Dowling stays man-to-man. Over to Brown. Maddie Brown, co-captain, kicks it out to Hope for 3, and it's good. That was a big shot for Sophia Hope, and that's her 15th point.
That was a huge possession. Now Dowling needs to come back with one of their own.
Maroons with the ball. It's Heller, Gipple, Tritton, Julia Moore, and Ava Zedeker, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Dowling trails by 6. Corner 3, up good. That's Zedeker again from that same spot. Left corner 3.
Got to keep matching.
Zedeker with 12 points for the freshman, and we got a whistle and a backcourt foul on Dowling. I believe they're going to whistle this on Marin Helen, her second. So Heller off the bench with 5 points tonight. 2 fouls. Not scored here in the second half. Tigers take it across the timeline. They lead by 3, under 2 minutes to play. Maroons are trying for the 12th straight win. Valley, 8-3, coming off a loss Friday night at Johnston.
Big defensive possession here.
Dowling stays man-to-man. Heller. And now shot by Reeker, no good. I think she was expecting contact after Heller, who was guarding her, got picked off. Rebound Dowling.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably not the shot they wanted from that far out on that drive, but it was a good defense by Dowling to keep their hands up.
In the lane. Shot no good by Zedeker, but the ball takes a couple of bounces on the rim and goes out of bounds off of a Valley player, and I believe it was off of Sophia Hope. 5'10 sophomore. She's playing lights out. She had 6 points at halftime for Valley, and right now with 15. 51-48. Valley by 3. Minute 10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling going right to left towards the south basket here at the Valley Field House on this Tuesday night. Zedeker with it, coming off a ball screen by Gipple. Zedeker gets cut off, can't take it to the basket, kicks it back out. Underneath, here's Gipple with the left-handed shot up and good right around Sophia Hope. Gipple with 9 points. Dowling with pressure in the backcourt, trying to force a 10-second count, and now reaching foul on Julia Moore.
1-and-1.
And that'll be, you're right, that'll be the 4th foul on Moore, and that'll be the 17th foul on Dowling. So free throws coming for Valley. It looks like Maddie Brown to the line. Let's see. Brown, a junior co-captain, has 6 points tonight. Eyes the bucket, front of a 1-and-1. It's no good. Rebound Valley, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling. Catcher with an offensive rebound in there for the Tigers. And she's fouled as she tried to put the shot up, and I believe Julia Moore has just fouled out, and she has. Moore fouls out with 39 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was a tough sequence there. You need to get that rebound there off that miss.
So Maroons have a minute to substitute Lauren Frericks back in. So it'll be Heller, Frericks, Tritton, Zedeker, and Gipple, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. And at the free throw line, the young lady who made the offensive rebound, and that was Bryn Ketcher. She goes in front end of a 1-on-1. 0 for 2 tonight for a free throw good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. And a reminder, you can like Iowa Catholic Radio on Facebook and follow Iowa Catholic Radio on Twitter. Second free throw is good. So Ketcher tonight, 2 for 4 at the free throw line, and it's 53-50. Valley by 3 with 39 seconds to play. Here in the fourth quarter, we'll keep it here as this is a 30-second timeout. And Scott Babinett, Dowling trailing. Haven't seen this too often this year. They're trailing by 3 and less than 40 seconds remaining.
Right. Now, they don't have to hit a 3 here. They can go to the basket. I mean, Valley's not going to want to foul them, and you've got plenty of time. 39.8 is a long time, and you got 3 timeouts left. You can still lengthen the game if you need to foul, put them at the line. So get to the basket and draw the foul, maybe get an and one and get the 3-point basket that way. Or if you get a drive and a wide open 3, then you can kick it.
Dowling led by 3 at halftime, 25-22, but it was Valley 20-13 in the third quarter. Tigers went up 4 going into the fourth quarter, and they lead by 3 here with 40 seconds remaining. Dowling in the front court, a long 3 up, no good. Fight for the rebound, Frericks and Spain. And that's quite a battle. Ultimate possession goes to Valley. As that 3-pointer no good by Zedeker. So full court pressure by Dowling. Bruins has 18 fouls, Valley with 4. And now whistling a backcourt foul on the Tigers, Meredith Reeker. It might be the gal to foul. Reeker just a 55% free throw shooter for the Tigers, and she'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 on the 19th foul by the Maroons.
So last 1-on-1 opportunity.
Tigers are 9 of 17 from the line. Free throw no good. Reeker misses the front end of a 1-on-1. Rebound Dowling. Here's Zedeker with it. Bruins trail by 3. 20 seconds remaining. Heller with it. Top of the key to Gipple. They work the left side. They're trying to get Zedeker off the ball screen. Ava with it. Top of the key. Lobs it inside to Gipple. She's in the lane. Shot off the glass. Up and no good, but drew the foul and stops the clock with 9.4 seconds remaining. And 2 free throws coming for Gipple. Fouls on Maddie Brown. Her second for Valley. That'll be the 15th foul on the Tigers, but 2 free throws for Gipple. These are big shots here.
They are. They took a long time to try to get a 3 and finally get that drive.
First free throw, no good by Emma Gipple. She has 9 points tonight. Substitutes for Valley. Reese Cooley, the baseball coach's daughter, gets in. Checking in for Anna Spain. A little offense, defense. Second free throw by Gipple. It's up and good. 10 points now for Emma Gipple. And Dowling calls timeout. This will be, what do we got here? Full timeout. We'll take one ourselves. 9.4 seconds remaining. 53-51. Valley by 2 over Dowling. Here in the fourth quarter, back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
And we're back here at the Valley Gym as Valley inbounds the ball, and a whistle and a foul on Dowling in the backcourt, but not after a few seconds went off the clock there, Scott Babinet.
Yeah, a lot more went off than what you'd like there. 2 shots here, so you need at least 1 miss.
Fouls on Marin Heller. They have her for 4. Free throws coming from Maddie Brown. And the first one up and good. 2-shot foul now the rest of the way for Valley as the Maroons are over the 10-foul limit. 7 points now for Maddie Brown, one of the co-captains for the Tigers, along with Reeker. Second free throw, good. 8 points for Reeker. And a timeout, Valley. Tigers lead by 4 with 5.3 seconds remaining. 55-51. Valley with the lead. The Maroons have 4 points to make up in 5.3 seconds, Scott. The numbers don't agree.
They don't match up very well for Dowling. And Valley has a foul to give, so I'm pretty sure they can give one if they want to take some time off and then just totally back off. Because, well, Dowling has timeouts left, so they could technically stop the clock if they made it before the clock ran out.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Our studio producer is Jeff Piggott. I want to thank Brad Rose and the fine folks here at Valley, Nate Lindgren, Tony Weimers, for helping us along the way. We'll have the boys' game coming up following our girls' post-game show, 55-51, and now we're ready to inbounds the ball, and Dowling will throw it in with Heller in the backcourt. Gets to Zedeker with 4 seconds, across his half court, down the right side, puts up a shot, up and no good, and that'll do it. The Valley Tigers have knocked off 4th-ranked Dowling 55-51 here at the Valley Fieldhouse, stopping Dowling's 11-game winning streak as the Tigers now improve to 9-4, and Dowling falls to 11-1. What a game we saw. Maroons had to lead at halftime, but Valley had a pretty strong second half. Scott Babinet.
Yes, they did. It was back and forth, and you need to stack good possessions. And I think Dowling had problems with that 1-3-1 tonight, and struggled at times and had some bad turnovers. Definitely, turnover at any time is bad, but they just had them at crucial times when they could have had some easy baskets there against that.
No, they sure did, and we'll see how this Dowling team responds because it doesn't get any easier. The Maroons' next opponent, as I look at my sheet here, Dowling hosting number 1 Johnston Friday night, and we'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio, 6 o'clock pregame. And for the Valley Tigers, they travel to Urbandale on Friday, so you really can't look past anybody in this league, as you know, Scott, but Dowling and Johnson, that'll be a wake-up call.
Yeah, it's this league it makes it fun, right? I mean, you don't have too many gimmies in this league, and so it's good for the kids as well as they develop because they're always in tight games. And so as they're getting ready for college and getting ready, if they play beyond high school, they know how to handle that intensity. A lot of good life lessons you learn through these opportunities as well. So it was a fun game tonight. Not the outcome that Dowling wanted, but they can learn from this, come back stronger. But Friday will definitely be tough. And as I've said several times, here we're getting tired of me repeating myself probably, but Johnson's number 1 for a reason.
That is right, and the Maroons will have their attention on Friday. We'll take a break here as we come to the end of the Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. The Valley Tigers defeat Dowling Catholic 55-51 as both teams play to a 13-all fourth quarter, but it was Valley's run in that third quarter as they outscored Dowling by 7, 20-13. That opened up the game a little bit and gave them the window. Here, we'll wrap up scoring and come back with our finals thoughts here in the postgame show. Following Game 1, again the final, Valley 55, Dowling 51 in Class 5A top 10 matchup. Valley improves its record to 9-3, and they're ranked number 9 by the Girls Union. Dowling falls to 11-1. Dowling girls ranked number 4. Along with Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale. Our thanks to Jeff Piggott at the Iowa Catholic Radio Studios. studios, and we'll return with the postgame show courtside here at the Valley Gym.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Do only Catholics get to go to heaven? There are actually a couple of questions here. The answer to all of them is similar. The way to heaven is to live in perfect union with God and to desire Him above all else. Now, the surest way to do that is to live in the church that God Himself came down from heaven to establish and continues to be present for in the Eucharist. That's the Catholic Church. Does this mean that all Catholics go to heaven? No. Some are Catholic in name only, but live for something other than God.
Okay, but what if you grew up on a deserted island and never heard about Jesus?
Did you live your life as best and as truly as you could? Jesus is all good and all true and will judge accordingly. Same thing if you're a Muslim, a Jew, or a non-denom. If you desire truth and goodness above all things, but some insurmountable obstacle keeps you from the Catholic Church, God knows that, and in His justice and mercy allows the possibility of entering heaven. But, like we said, living truly as a Catholic is the surest way. Hint, hint. For more, youngcatholicminute.com.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel, 90.9 FM KLOX Creston.
Hey, we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Babinette, Mark Amadil, as we've come to a final in game one of our girl boy doubleheader, and it was the Valley Tigers defeating Dowling Catholic 55-51 to hand Dowling its first loss of the year. The Maroons now fall to 11-1. Valley improves to 9-3. And Scott, I know you're still tolling, so I'll start with the scoring in tonight's contest. First of all, for the Tigers, or rather for the Maroons of West Des Moines Dowling, they had three players in double figures, led by Ava Zedeker with 12 points. The freshman had 4 3-pointers for her 12 points for Dowling, and junior Julia Moore, who fouled out with 39 seconds. Julia Moore finishing with 12 points. 10 points for Emma Gipple, 7 points for Lauren Frericks, 5 points off the bench from freshman Maren Heller, and 3 points for Layla Tritton, and 2 points for Ellie Olson. Dowling went 6 of 10 at the free throw line in the contest for the victorious Valley Tigers. They were led by 2 players in double figures. Meredith Reeker, the 5'10 senior, headed to Missouri Western College to play basketball, finished with 18 points. She had 8 at halftime and 10 in the second half for her 18. 15 points for Sophia Hope, the 5'10 sophomore. 8 points for Maddie Brown. 8 points for Bryn Ketcher. And then 3 points for Elise Yeager. And off the bench, Anna Spain with 2 points. Valley went 11 of 20 at the free throw line. Scott?
Yeah, from the field, Dowling was 20 for 39 and 19 for 38 for Valley unofficially. Dowling with 21 total rebounds unofficially to 19 for Valley. And then the turnovers, Valley had 10, Dowling had 15. Of course, all unofficially.
All unofficially, officially. And you're going to sit in Friday night for the big game at Dowling. Dowling and Johnston, number 1 girls, the Johnston girls, and number 4 Dowling girls coming off a loss. And it should be exciting. I was hoping this would be both teams undefeated, but that's not going to be the case. And the question is going to be, how did the Dowling girls respond? First loss, very young team. You got 5 freshmen in the mix with 2 juniors and 8 seniors. This will be interesting going against the best. That's why they're ranked number 1, right. The Johnson Dragons at the Dowling Gym Friday night, Scott.
Yeah, and it's a little bit different challenge for them because Johnson does have a dominant presence inside, whereas a lot of these teams are spreading the ball out and driving a lot. They have Jada Jimfy, inside, and she's able to block shots or alter shots. So that makes it hard when you're trying to drive hard to the basket. So, and their guards are really good at hugging up on the offensive player and defending them off the dribble. So that'll be something to watch because a lot of Dowling's offense is dependent on dribble drive. So that'll be a challenge for those young ball handlers. And they're just good. And they do it without fouling, which is amazing. So when you can do that, but when you have that experience and you have 9 of your top players from last year back, that experience is just, again, that's why they're number one.
That's right. All right. Well, Scott, we look forward to the call. I believe we're on CISN, so we'll be on the TV, so we can't dress like we are now, I guess. We got to look good. In radio, you don't have to just come, like you come out of the gym and just come and do the game. But now we're on a little TV, I believe, on Friday night. So be mindful of that if I don't give you the memo. But thanks for all you do. Thanks for sitting in and filling in, and I appreciate that. And your knowledge. You were just an arm length away from Joel Danner, Audrey Faber, and the head coach, Kristen Meyer. Just remember that.
Well, honestly, as I told you last time, the coaches in this league are so incredible.
Yes, they are.
And I mean, we were talking the other day, and I said, joking, said, so I don't have to give away the secret sauce, right? And Kristen said, they all know what we all do, and it's so true. All these great coaches, you probably read the scouting report, and you'd say, yeah, that's what we do.
Everything's on film.
Right.
Some coaches spend more time on film watching than others, but every game is on film, so they have that at their disposal. And you're right, it makes it for great high school games. Well, Scott, appreciate you sitting in. The guy behind you is getting antsy. He wants to do this boys game. Coach Cataldo.
He's looking pretty intense.
Well, as long as it doesn't keeps Coach Bakey at bay, I'm fine with that. But Scott, thanks for all you do. Thanks for sitting in. I'm glad we pulled you out of retirement for our listeners to hear your knowledge and appreciate that.
Well, hopefully we entertained them well.
You did. All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Scott Fabian, my color commentator for Game 1, and it was Valley defeating Dowling 55-51. Maroons led 25-22 at halftime. Valley outscored Dowling 20-13 in that third quarter, and both teams played to a 13-13 tie in the fourth. Valley now moves on with the win as they improve their record to 9-3. Dowling falls to 11-1. We'll take a break, come back, and Jim Cataldo will join us for the boys' game. We'll preview that as both teams on the floor are warming up. This is Mark Hamadale from the Valley Fieldhouse. Again, the final in Game 1. Valley 55, Dowling Catholic 51. Back with the boys' game in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
What is the best gift ever? Giving a Catholic education is at the top of my list. Your contribution to CTO helps families send their children to our Catholic schools who otherwise could not afford it. In giving to CTO, you receive the best tax credits ever. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their future.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Golden Rule Heating and Cooling. Since 1999, Golden Rule Heating and Cooling has been supporting customers with their rules to live by: respect, understanding, loyalty, expertise, and service. GoldenRulePHC.com.
And welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jim Cataldo. I'm Mark Hamadale as we prepare for Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Game 1 won by Valley 55-51. And Coach Cataldo, thanks for joining us. I've got notes here. Call you Jim, Jimmy, or the other alias. What are we doing here tonight? Because I don't want to be in detention as I was Monday morning after hearing Friday night's broadcast. I just want to be right.
I have so many nicknames.
I know. I like peppers myself after our little ordeal this.
I sent a case of peppers, which is 24 jars, to Chicago for New Year's Day bowl games, and I tell you, they're begging me to come back.
I see. Well, now we know what we're calling you. Peppers.
No, don't do that.
Valley and Dowling, the boys contest. We already saw the girls game, came down in the final minutes. But here we go, round 2. Dowling, they're kind of improving. They're trying to find their way, looking for leadership. A lot of things Coach Thielking told us last Friday night following the game over at Waukee, but also told us here at halftime. Valley playing without Eli Reardon, 37 points, double-double, I think, in the points and rebounds, and they are without him because of the ACL tear, and Valley's kind of a different team, but they're just plugging right along. BJ Windhorse, next man in is what the coach said, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, well, certainly. You look at Valley right now. They played Dowling early December, won by 10. Eli Reardon scored 37 points that game, and then shortly after that, such an unfortunate injury to just a talented young man, but tears his ACL, and this is Valley's third game. They also had Christmas break to work on some things without Eli, and as they get used to understanding, what type of team they're going to be and how they're going to play within themselves. You think that, and you talk to them, they think they may be a better team now that they've had a few weeks under their belt to get an understanding of where people should go. It's a very guard-dominated team now, but you put Ruitt Abijek in the middle there, and he's a big presence in himself. And since Eli Reardon getting hurt, Ruitt is averaged 19 points a game.
Now we're getting chewed out by the coaching staff. Yeah, I found somebody outside.
I got Google.
And he's here. Yeah. Boy, all the Dowling coaching staff's on you.
Well, we moved from the outhouse to the penthouse by going.
We're courtside.
By going courtside.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
You wanted us now. We used to broadcast when I started here about 30 years ago or so. See where it says Tiger Country up by the ceiling? That's where we were. And we had to enter through those orange doors which were cut off and go up there. That's where we used to be at, Coach Cataldo.
It's actually a heck of a view from up there. But
it is.
Being courtside, they give us the small chairs and the high tables, and it's a little harder to see the movement and things like that. But I don't think it's much different than being field level for a football game. And,
that's right.
But certainly, it's going to be an outstanding game tonight. See, what the Maroons learned from Friday night's game against Waukee, where they have a 9-point lead going into half and end up losing that game. A lot of it having to do with, breakdowns and what they were doing. Waukee shooting the ball, lights out the second half, but certainly what they learned about themselves coming into a very, very hostile environment for a Tuesday night at Valley.
No question about it. We're going to take a break, come back with the starting lineups. Dowling and Valley, the boys' game coming up. Girls' game was won by Valley. They defeated Dowling 55-51. Congratulations, Joe Seifert and the Valley Tiger Gals, winners in Game 1. We'll take a break, come back for tip-off. Dowling and Valley, the starting lineups coming up on the boys' game here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say, the Catholic Church would be okay if it weren't for all the rituals? Why do people complain about rituals in the church? They don't complain about the rituals that fill the rest of their daily lives. They shake hands, they sign their names, they put candles on birthday cakes, they give each other flowers, they put on fancy weddings and somber funerals. Those are all rituals. They are symbols. They are simple ways of representing complex ideas. G.K. Chesterton says, ritual is a need of the human soul. In fact, it's a need of the human body, like exercise. Destroy your impressive ceremony, and all you get in return is unimpressive ceremony. Want more than a minute? Visit our website at chesterton.org.
And welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse, the Bill Cold Iron Fieldhouse, as officially known. Mark Emmerdale, Jim Cataldo, as we get set for Game 2 of our Girl Boy doubleheader. It's Dowling and Valley. Let's take a look at starting lineups. First of all, for the visitors from Dowling Catholic, as the Maroons will be wearing their road gray uniforms with black numbers. The head coach of the Maroons is Clay Thielking in his first year, assisted by Nick Wagner, Jimmy Nahas, and Kevin O'Hare. Dowling will start this lineup at one guard. Carson Brown, a 6'2 senior, wearing number 3. The other guard is Quincy Ferguson, a 5'9 senior, wearing number 5. The third guard is Drew Marr, leading scorer for the Maroons, averaging just under 18 points. He's a 6-foot junior, wearing number 25. At one forward, Charlie Stewart, a 6'3 senior, wearing number 23. And the center is Mata Brua, 6'4 senior, wearing number 35. Dowling averages 60 points on offense, gives up 55 on defense. And now for the home team, Valley Tigers, head coach B.J. Windhorse in his 9th year here at Valley. And they will start this lineup at one guard, Cade Grevengood, 6-foot senior, leading three-point shooter on the team. He'll wear number 20. The other guard is Mason Morrow, 6-foot senior, quarterback on the football team, wearing number 24. And Curtis Stinson Jr., 6'3" freshman. He'll wear number 30 as the third guard. One forward, Travion Carson, a 6'3" junior, wearing number 14. The center is Ruit Bajik, 6'9" senior. Valley averaging 67 points on offense, 56-4 on defense. Leave Coach O'Hare alone. I know he's within arm's length of you. Your keys to the game. Read all this here before tip-off.
Well, certainly keys to the game, as you learn from Valley, is certainly shot selection. Knowing your roles, find shooters, and play great defense, and hope you have great legs come fourth quarter and be ready to run to the very end.
Yeah, exactly. Maroons work underneath, and B just shot no good, and it's put back up into short, and he followed through, is up and good. Gets third time's a charge for Ruit Bajik.
It just shows the presence that Ruit has. He's about a foot taller than about 8 inches taller than anybody we have, but his arm length is incredible.
Dowling with the basketball. In the front court, here's Morrow for three off the backboard, no good. And a rebound misfired there. Rebound out to Valley, and the Tigers in the front court. This is Stinson with it. Pass over in the corner to Mason Morrow is out of bounds. Now, the Morrows are spelled differently and not related, so you're going to hear Mason Morrow for Valley and Drew for Dowling. And Coach.
Well, Dowling's coming out man-to-man defense, as is Valley. I mentioned earlier that I'd like to see maybe Dowling go into a zone sometime in this game to save the legs, but it's hard when you don't do it very often.
Here's Ferguson. Quincy, a shot in the lane. It's no good. Nice move, but he couldn't get the finish on the shot. Rebound Dowling, or rebound Valley, and now the Tigers in the front court. It's Travion Carson, Cade Grevengood, Ruit Bajik, Mason Morrow, and Curtis Stinson Jr. Dowling stays man-to-man. Ruit dribbles the lane, leaves it for Morrow. Now a three-pointer by Mason up. Good. Mason Morrow.
Well, it's certainly what, if you're Dowling, that's a shot that you'd like to see them take. They're not a great three-pointing shooting team, and if you can get them to live in the three-point line, I think you're going to be successful tonight.
Now, Drew Morrow with the basketball and draws the foul. This will be on Mason Morrow. That'll be his first foul. First team foul on Valley. First foul of the ball game. Valley coached by B.J. Windhorst, assisted by Matt Carter. Willie Thornton over there along with Kevin Pierce. There's Quincy Ferguson, got underneath, and pass is tipped away, and they say it went off Valley. I thought Quincy had a shot.
You're seeing Quincy playing a little bit more aggressive than we have seen the last few games. That time he had an open look to his layup, but for some reason looked to the kick out and got tipped out of bounds.
He may have been. Now, our angle here, we're just over half court, but we're looking down the far basket to our right. He may not have had an angle. He had to probably kick it out. Maroons have it. Now here is Charlie Stewart in the lane. His shot up no good. A rebound Ruit. Carson Brown, Quincy Ferguson, Charlie Stewart, Drew Morrow, and Mata Brua, the 5 and the 4 for Dowling. Tigers with it. This is Travion Carson. Gets to the lane. It's stolen away by Carson Brown. Carson in the front court. Finds Brua in the lane. Mata shot up, blocked by Ruit. Valley the other way, and here's Mason Morrow. His shot up and good as he avoided the contact by Charlie Stewart.
Very athletic play by Mason Morrow. Keeping the ball free in his right hand, allowing Carson Brown to go through.
7-0 Valley. Great start for the Tigers. Valley trying for the doubleheader sweep after the Valley girls defeated Dowling. Now reverse layup good by Charlie Stewart. He went right around Curtis Stinson Jr.
You're seeing Dowling attack the basket about every possession we've had so far, which is, I think, something that you learned from the last game. Took some poor three-point shots early in the possession, but we're attacking the basket every possession we've had so far.
There's Mason Morrow guarded by Quincy Ferguson. Leaves it for Grevengood. He has the ball stolen away, and they're going to get traveling on Dowling. That'll be on Drew Morrow. Good hustle by Drew.
Tremendous hustle by Drew Morrow. He gets the steal. Momentum takes him to the ground, and as he's rolling, he's trying to get the ball off. But as you get to the ground, that's when your traveling occurred.
So Valley with the basketball following the turnover. 7-2 is our score. Valley by 5 and the basketball. 5 minutes remaining first quarter. Bijek hands it off to Mason Morrow. It's stolen away by Charlie Stewart in the lane. His shot reverse layup no good, and a rebound out to Grevengood and Valley. Moon's had a chance there. Now a backcourt foul on Charlie Stewart.
I think sometimes Charlie doesn't realize how athletic he really is. Does a sort of a reverse layup on that, but he gets higher than the rim on his layup, where he goes right at it to a nice soft frontside layup. He probably converts.
I sat next to Charlie last night during the JV game, and I says, "Hey, you got to stop playing like Jimmy Cataldo and start playing like Charlie Stewart."
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I could have. But Val works the ball inside. Shot up and good. Curtis Stinson with his first basket. But the point was, effort's always there with Charlie Stewart and most of this team here. 9-2 is our score. Valley. Now a backdoor cut. Nice pass by Stewart as he found Pettis, who just checked in. His shot is no good. The height inside is bothering Dowling. Jalen couldn't get the shot off. Now the ball tipped in the backcourt. We're going to have over and back on Valley. Good defense by the Maroons. As we're going to see our first substitution for Dowling. And that is Joey Coppola checking in for Quincy Ferguson.
Good quality minutes by Quincy Ferguson on his substitution. Good back cuts, taking the ball hard to the basket. So good quality minutes out of Quincy early in this game.
So Joey Coppola in the lineup for Dowling, and now a steal by Valley. Here's Stinson down the lane. His shot up, and it's knocked out of bounds, but a foul on Dowling. I think we're going to get Pettis for the foul on 2 shots.
Foul that's going on Jalen Pettis. Just came into the backside and draw a little contact on the layup.
That was all off of the turnover. That was causing that everybody to catch up. So at the free throw line will be Curtis Stinson Jr., 81% free throw shooter on the year. For the freshman, first free throw rolls around, hangs on the back iron, and falls through. Stinson.
This young man's going to be pretty talented as we watch him through his 4-year career here at Valley. Just a freshman and just playing about as athletic as anybody else on the court.
3 seniors, a junior, and a freshman. Valley starts in their lineup. Second free throw good. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Stinson Jr. with 4 points. Valley comes out with 1 senior, 1 junior, and 1 freshman off the bench.
Full court trap press by Valley. Dowling breaks it.
Here's Marr for 3. It's off the back iron. No good. Rebound Stinson Jr. and Valley. 11-2 is our score. Valley by 9. This is their largest lead. Corner 3 up. No good by Supel, who just checked in. Weak side rebound and a whistle and a jump ball between 2 best buddies there. Ruit Bajik and Charlie Stewart. Spent a lot of time at each other's houses.
Yes.
And Charlie forced the jump ball to be Dowling basketball with 3.5 minutes remaining. First quarter, 11-2, Valley over Dowling. Game 1 was won by the Valley Tigers. They snapped Dowling's 11-game winning streak, defeated Dowling 55-51 in the girls' game. Stewart underneath, and he's called for carrying the basketball as he attacked the glass. What you want to see?
Good call. Good call. You've seen Charlie again attacking the basket anytime he has an opportunity. With Ruit playing him, certainly Charlie has him on the quickness. Carried the ball on his first step to the basket, but certainly found a way, and the opportunities are going to be there throughout the game.
You joined us late. Eli Reardon, who had 37 points against Dowling in Game 1, out the next day with an ACL injury suffered in Kansas City during a tournament down there. He's out for the year. 23 points, 6 rebounds is what Eli averaged. And now Dowling the other way. Here's Stewart with it. Nearly lost it, but saved from going to the backcourt by Odie. Jack Odie in there for the Maroons. Backdoor cut. Here's Stewart. Reverse layup is up and no good. Ruit with the rebound. The Jick has it. He dribbles in the front court. And he's going to be called for what? We got a foul and we've got traveling, and we're going to call a foul. Wow. Says William Dotson, one of our 3 officials. William Dotson, Bryant Abel, and Tim Oosterhouse. Foul on Dowling. This is the second foul on Jalen Pettis. Valley inbounds the ball, and a shot up and good. Ruit Bajik with his
full timeout.
Second basket. He has 4 points. 13-2 is our score. We'll take a 1-minute break as they took one on the floor. 2:37 left. Here in the first quarter, it's Valley 13, Dowling 2 here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, And we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
The one who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Hi, this is Matt Wilkham, Executive Director for Iowa Catholic Radio. St. Paul's words in 2 Corinthians resonate in a special way for us Iowans, who do our part to sow the seed, knowing in the end exactly who provides the growth. Will you help Iowa Catholic Radio continue to plant the seed of God's Word? Please consider a $30 a month sustaining gift, and tune in to the Spring Carathon starting Monday, February 21st, or donate anytime at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale. 13-2, Valley by 11 here in the first quarter. Out of the timeout, Dowling with the basketball. And Maroons get it across half court, but not after pressure by Valley. And the Tigers with Kiki Dang, a 6'3 freshman, and Kurt Dew, number 40, a senior in the lineup for the Valley Tigers off the bench following the timeout. Morrow with it, leaves it for Stewart.
Valley playing 2-3 zone here, forcing the Maroons to shoot from the outside, and their length is going to force it.
Matabrua, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball slapped around and rebounded by Kerdew as Charlie Stewart slapped the ball his way. Tigers with it underneath. Shot off the glass too strong by Mason Morrow. So it's Mason Morrow and Kerdew. And a whistle and a foul called on Valley. That'll be on Drew Supel, who's also in there. So Tigers going with 3 subs off the bench during this juncture. And Supel picks up the foul. That's his first.
Valley's certainly shooting high percentage shots here in the first quarter, which doesn't allow Dowling to get out and run and break the press. But this time on the rebound, outrunning, that's where Dowling is at his best with its athleticism.
All right, Odie out of the Dowling lineup, so the Maroons will put Carson Brown back in. He'll throw it in right in front of the Valley bench. Dowling going left to right towards the north basket here at the Valley Fieldhouse. Joey Coppola in there along with Charlie Stewart, Drew Morrow, and then Stewart takes the ball in the basket. His shot up and no good, but he drew the foul, and that'll be on Ruit Bajik. His first. That's Valley's leading scorer, averaging 13.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, has 6 blocks on the year. And Charlie Stewart at the free throw line. First free throw no good. Minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter. Mark Amadale, Jim Cataldo. Scores 13-2. Valley with the lead. Second free throw coming. No good. Lid on the basket on the Dowling side. Rebound, Valley.
Charlie's just struggling a little bit at the free throw line. Just got to worry, stick into his form, stick his shot, hold it.
Now we got an offensive foul called on Valley. And this time they'll whistle Kiki Dang, the 6'3 freshman, whistle for the foul. Went one dribble too much into the lane, and a nice job. It was a Coppola that drew it, I believe.
Very, very good job by Joey Coppola. Great defense, moving his feet, got the position, and took a charge, which you love to see out of young players.
Dowling with the ball. Parson Brown with it. Gets to Charlie Stewart. Right wing, three-point line extended. Carson trying to go off a screen by Matabrua. Now Morrow for 3. It's no good. Rebound Charlie Stewart is put back up too strong, and a rebound cleared out of there by Valley and Kerdew. 6'8 senior pulls the rebound down. Here's Bajik with it. Tries to hand it off and does to Mason Morrow. Pass goes in the corner. Mason underneath. They get it to Kerdew, and he nearly had it stolen away. Now here's Dang with it. Kiki kicks it out to Bajik for 3. It's no good. Rebound Dowling. Good defense by the Maroons, and Coppola comes away with it.
Tremendous job by Joey Coppola on that defensive set. Playing with a lot of energy tonight, but it's the shot that you like to see Valley take.
Brewer for 3, and it's no good. He had it online, too strong, and a rebound out to Valley. 13-2 with 15 seconds remaining. Valley with the basketball, leading by 11. Here's Dang with it. They play a little dribble handoff between Dang and Mason Morrow. And now near steal by by Stewart. And down the lane, a shot at the horn is up and good by the Valley Tigers, Mason Morrow. And the basket will count and a foul on Dowling at the horn. And Carson Brown picks up the foul, so Morrow with his 7th point and an and one coming here.
Mason's having a heck of a first quarter, and that time shot or the clock running down, he took it upon himself. He's going one-on-one to the basket.
And the free throw is up and good. So Marr caps off the end of the first quarter. He has 8 points. Our score, Valley 16, Dowling 2. 14-point lead for the Tigers. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
60 Seconds with Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen.
Because God knows all things and because he is creator, it follows that every single thing in the world was made according to an idea or a pattern existing in the divine mind. Look round about you. You see a bridge, a statue, a painting, a building. Before any of these things began to be, they existed in the mind of the one who designed or planned them. In like manner, there is not a tree, a flower, a bird, an insect in the world that does not in some way correspond to an idea existing in the divine mind.
The people you know and trust are on EWTN.
And welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse. Mark Amadale alongside Jim Cataldo for game number 2. It's Valley leading 16-2. We start the second quarter. The Tigers get the ball inside and the shot up and good.
Getting to the basket on Dowling's man-to-man defense was Revan good.
And that is his first basket. And now a steal by Valley and a shot up and good. So steal and basket. And the Tigers on the verge of blowing this open. Grevengood with the basket. He has 4 points and a timeout. Dowling. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. It's 20-2. Valley by 18. The Maroons cannot get any offense. Coach B.J. Windhorse Valley defense has come to play tonight. They just allow 56 points on defense, does Valley. Maroons give up 55, but Dowling having trouble scoring.
I just Valley's athleticism and their length right now is causing a lot of issues with Dowling, their quickness. But Dowling's extending their offense. They've been more successful when they attack the basket. Certainly find those mismatches. Charlie Stewart's finding his way to the basket, of course. Getting Drew Morrow getting to the basket as well.
All right, Dowling was 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Valley 3 for 3. What other numbers you have, Jim?
Dowling 1 for 7 from the field, 14%. 0 for 4 from 3. Valley very, very hot in the first quarter. 5 of 7 from the field, 71%. 1 of 3 from three-point arc was Valley for 33%. Tail of the tape is rebounds right now. Valley out rebounding Dowling 10-2.
And now here's Drew Morrow coming off a ball screen by Mata Brua, and he scores right over Ruitt.
Kind of what we were just talking about. Drew Morrow getting to the basket is where he's most successful, especially the left side, and that's where you saw Drew successful on that play.
Long three up and no good by Curtis Stinson Jr. And the tip no good by Trevion Carson for Valley. Rebound Dowling. Here is Carson Brown in the lane. A scoop shot blocked by Ruitt. Beautiful block by Bajik. And the other way we go, Valley with the ball, leading 20-4. Now in the corner, this is Grevengood, and his shot sticks on the rim and basket. And a foul called on Dowling, so the basket, there will be no points. It'll be Mata Brua picking up the foul. So Pettis already has 2 fouls for Dowling in the post, and Brua picks up his first. And free throws coming for Cade Grevengood, who has all 4 of Valley's points here in the second quarter. First free throw good.
Pettis coming in with 2 fouls for Mata.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. And second free throw no good by Grevengood. Rebound. Pettis, who just checked in, as you mentioned, Jimmy. Jalen Pettis, 6'3" senior, averaging 5.5 points. Leads the team with 6.5 rebound average per game, coming off the bench.
Valley back in their 2-3 zone.
6:10 remaining here in the second quarter. Drew Marr, a little give and go. His shot over Ruitt, no good. And he and Pettis come down with the basketball together and out of bounds to Valley.
Drew Marr does exactly what he's supposed to do. Takes it hard to the basket on Ruitt. There was contact there. No call. Ball out of bounds to Valley.
Tigers will dribble up in the front court. Mason Marl, along with Cade Grevengood, Curtis Stinson Jr., Trevion Carson, and Ruitt Bajik. And now in the lane, a shot no good, as Valley has all 5 of their starters on the floor at this time. And a shot no good by Curtis Stinson Jr. drew the foul, and this will be on Dowling's Charlie Stewart, his second. So Stewart and Pettis with 2 fouls each for Dowling, and we're going to see Davis Sheck come in for Dowling, a 5'11 junior. Free throw good by Curtis Stinson Jr. He now has 5 points tonight. Stewart will sit down, Sheck in. A little bit smaller lineup as Davis is a 5'11 junior for the Maroons.
Dowling is going with a much smaller lineup, but defensively, if they can keep them to the three-point line, three-point arc shooting, that's where Valley has its biggest weakness is their three-point shooting.
And the second free throw is good. 23-4. Stinson makes them both. He's got 6 points tonight for Valley. Here's Morrow with it, right side to Sheck. 2-3 zone, still being employed by the Valley Tigers. Now they get to the high post, left elbow. That's Pettis with it, going against Ruitt. Gets it in the corner. Capola can't get a shot off. Rather, Sheck can't get a shot off. Now out to Carson Brown for 3. In and out, no good. And a rebound cleared out of there by Trevion.
Ball was halfway down the cylinder and it popped out.
Now corner 3, up and good. That's how it works. Curtis Stinson for 3 in the corner. He has 9 points. It's 26-4 Valley by 22, their largest lead of the night. Maroons on offense. 2-3 zone still employed by Valley. Here's Ferguson dribbling the baseline. Reverse layup up, no good. Rebound, weak side, Davis Sheck, and he drew the foul. And Davis with good hustle there as Joey Capola set to come into the Dowling lineup. And a foul on Valley. That'll be on Grevengood, his first.
Bit of an ill-forced shot by Quincy on there. Looked to get a reverse layup, but the efforts there. He's trying to make good things happen and found himself in a bad position and still tries to go up with the reverse layup. A little out of control, but great offensive rebound by Davis Sheck.
All right, the Maroons will inbound the ball underneath their own basket, and they inbound the ball, and the ball's tipped out of bounds. Capola throws it in and tipped at half court. It'll be Dowling possession.
That ball almost landed in your lap. It'd probably be a little funny to see how you'd handle that.
I didn't see you move one bit to protect me. Appreciate that as I was looking at notes. There's Pettis. Oh, nearly threw it away, but retrieved Ferguson. Quincy, or rather Carson Brown with it now. Back over to Morrow for 3. It's up, in and out, no good. And rebound Valley and Trevion Carson. Cold shooting by Dowling.
It is. It's just one of those nights where the 2-3 zone is causing a lot of fits to shoot outside. And when things are cold, it can be for a long night.
Yeah, and Dowling stays man-to-man. They work inside the Bajik. Ruitt, nice pass, stolen away by Carson Brown. Tipped to Pettis, and Dowling with the ball. Morrow in the front court, right side. Dribbles in the lane, left side. His shot off the back iron. No good. Hits the rim and bounces off.
Dowling is forcing a lot of contact, but nothing's getting called for them tonight as they go to the rim.
And the rebound out to Valley. They're in the front court. This is Drew Supel in there. Guarded by Davis Sheck. There's Carson with it underneath, and a layup is up and no good by Purdue. And bodies on the floor. Pettis comes away with it. Ripped it away from Dew, and the rebound Dowling. Here's Carson Brown in the front court. See if the Maroons can get some rhythm. Backdoor cut. Underneath is Capola. And a whistle and a hand reaching foul on Valley. Nice job by Capola, but he went into the land of giants. The foul on Valley's Curtis Stinson, his first.
It was Kurt Dew in the middle there at 6'8", and then at times Jack in the middle at 6'9". It makes it really hard for a 6', 5'11" guard to try to shoot up and over that.
When they did everything to get open, then they get up down to shoot, and they're 6'8", staring you in the face between those players you mentioned. Now Dowling out of the Inbounds pass, a long three up, and that is good by Pettis. Drew Morrow comes up limping, and he may have tweaked his ankle again. So Pettis with his second three of the year.
Drew's the type of competitor that's going to take more than a little tweak of the ankle to take him out. Looks fine.
26-7, Valley leading Dowling here in the second quarter, under 3 minutes to play. If you joined us late, the Valley girls defeated Dowling, ending their 11-game winning streak, 55-51 Valley. Now steal by Dowling, down court tomorrow. Is right-handed layup, no good, left it short. Rebound Bajik. And here's Ruitt and Valley. In the front court, Dang. Passes near side, right in front of us to Curtis Stinson Jr. Guarded by Morrow. He'll launch the three up, and it's short. The rebound slapped around, and Dowling comes away with it with Joey Coppola.
Again, you want that all night. Those guys, Valley shooting 3-point shots.
And Coppola underneath. Reverse layup, good. He went right around Purdue.
Great job. Body control by Joey Coppola. Again, going up against a much taller individual. Keeps the ball arm's distance away. Good control on his left-hand layup.
4 points for Coppola. It's 26-9. Valley with the lead over Dowling. 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Mark Amadale, Jim Cataldo, courtside here at the Valley Fieldhouse. I noticed some of those Valley coaches looking over here, especially those football coaches, saying, we work here, we have season passes, administrative passes, and here's a Dowling football coach on the press row.
I tried to get us higher in the stands.
What was that all about? What were you trying to do?
Like I said, putting us at courtside, I don't get a chance to watch the game this close. I like watching from behind, kind of up high, kind of see the movements.
Some of the feedback I got Friday night that you watched the game too close, so maybe we should be up.
Well, Friday night they put us in the middle school section.
You didn't bring your binoculars.
It was dark.
It was dark.
They didn't give us any lighting. Much different tonight.
Great atmosphere, but we had the euchre seats. Once in a while we get that on the road, depending on who I'm with. It's not me, it's you. That's what I always say.
I noticed I didn't get my water. Normally you get me a water.
Now you got 5 of them running around here. Take one. 26-9. Valley with the basketball and the lead.
Great cut.
And Bijek, a nice move on the baseline.
Great cut by Ruitt. Mason Morrow found him on a back cut.
And Ruitt now with 6 points. Now Dowling the other way.
Carson Brown with a 3-point shot from the corner. And that's what you love to see. If Dowling can get hot from the outside, they can really get him out of this 2-3 zone.
That's Carson's 11th three of the year. His first three tonight. Corner three up and good by Valley. Mason Morrow. Oh, my.
That's when you think getting a little bit of momentum. Valley's done a great job quieting that down.
31-12, Valley with the lead. Dowling scores, but they're exchanging scores. That's not going to do Dowling any good. Carson Brown for three, it's no good. Rebound, Drew Supel. Supel, 6-foot junior. In there now, and this is Purdue. He has the ball tipped away by Charlie Stewart into the hands of Carson Brown. Turnover against the Valley Tigers. At halftime, we'll catch up with Kristen Marr, the Dowling girls coach, losing tonight for the first time, losing to Valley by the score of 55-51.
Valley going to man-man.
Now here's Pettis in the lane, can't get a shot off, out to Stewart. Charlie dribbles baseline, not under the basket. He dribbles on the baseline out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against the Maroons.
Just not getting much calls underneath the basket. The Maroons aren't tonight. A lot of body as Charlie was going through the baseline. Gets pushed a little bit to the baseline and called out of bounds.
31-12 is our score. Final 40 seconds of the first half. Valley with the ball behind the back pass by Mason Morrow. Gets it to Curtis Stinson Jr. And now corner three up and no good by Valley's Trevion Carson. And Ruitt Bijek cleans it up and scores with 8 points now for Bijek. It's 33-12 Valley over Dowling. 21-point lead for the Valley Tigers. Their largest lead was 22 points. Dowling with the ball in the final 10 seconds, holding for one. It's Pettis gets it out to Charlie Stewart. 7 seconds. Maroons have got to start, and they do, attack the glass. Charlie Stewart shot up, partially blocked, and he gets his own rebound, put back up and no good. Tip at the horn is good. They're going to count it by Davis Scheck. Scheck, all 5'11", got up there and put it through, and we are at halftime with the score. Valley 33, Dowling 14. As Valley outscores Dowling 17-12 in that second quarter. So we go to halftime with Valley leading 33-14. And Jim, before we send it to break, I know we're going to catch up with. We get Danner. We'll get him in a moment. But you got your thoughts before we go to hat.
Well, you got to give some credit to Valley tonight. Their defense has really been extending Dowling's offense, spreading them out, forcing them to shoot three-pointers. Dowling's been very successful getting to the basket at least early in the game. Hadn't had anything to go down. And it's been the tail of the tape the last two games for Dowling is getting to the basket and not converting. And we've seen a handful of those tonight. Valley, again, their length in the offensive court has certainly caused Dowling some problem. But if Dowling can hold them to the three-point shot, I think that is the way Dowling fights back in this game in the second half.
All right, Valley leading Dowling here at halftime, 33-14. And we'll try to get some numbers here as get our first half scoring. As Joel Danner, the assistant coach for Dowling Catholic, will join us. I see how it works. You lose for the first time, you send the assistant coaches up.
Send the defensive guy
up. Yeah, the defensive coordinator. Yeah, send him up. All right, we'll take a break, come back as we'll total up some of the scoring and statistics here at halftime from the Valley Fieldhouse. In game one, it was the Valley girls stopping Dowling's 11-game winning streak. It was Valley 55, Dowling 51 in game one of our girl-boy doubleheader. And in game two, it's at halftime, Valley leading Dowling 33-14 in the boys' game. Back after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Thought of the Day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
Actions speak louder than words. The great philosopher and theologian Augustine wrote that our actions each day show ourselves and other people who we really are. He taught each of us is like a tree. Our actions are like the fruit of the tree. If our work, our conversations, our relaxing times are outgoing, helpful, loving, inspired, he taught, they show forth the true positive character that we are. We should try to say and do positive things. We should be supportive to the good things that will help other people. Do the good. That proves who we really are. It's important to do the right things for the right reason. Doing the important thing is what our life is all about. Our actions show others who we are. It also shows ourselves who our true self is. And that is today's Thought of the Day.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel, 90.9 FM KLOX Creston.
Hey, we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale, halftime, and the Valley boys leading Dowling 33-14. And take a look at some of our scoring here in this first half. We'll start with the home team, the Valley Tigers. They are led in scoring by Mason Marr, quarterback on the Final Four football team for Valley. He has 11 points at halftime. 9 points for Curtis Stinson Jr. Ruitt Bajik with 8 points. Cade Grevengood with 5 points. Trevion Carson did not score in the first half, the other starter for Valley. And off the bench, Drew Supel, Kurdu, and Kiki Ding did not score. The Tigers were 6 of 7 at the free throw line in the first half. For the Dowling Maroons at halftime, they were led by Drew Morrow with 4 points. Had a pair of field goals in that second quarter for his 4. 3 points for Carson Brown. Davis Sheck off the bench. 2 points at the horn as they ended the first half. And Jalen Pettis off the bench with 3 points. Mata Brua did not score in the first half, and neither did, or rather, Charlie Stewart with a basket for his 2 points at halftime. So Dowling was 0 for 2 at the free throw line in the first half. Jim, you got to look at some of the numbers.
Yeah, so the Maroons field goal percentage in the second half or second quarter, 3 of 8 for 37%. Shot 26% in the first half from the field. 3-point arc. Dowling was 2 of 5 that second quarter for 40%. 22% 3-point shooting for the first half for the Maroons. Valley, on the other hand, solid 2-point shooting, field goal shooting. Go 4 of 6 from the field for 69% second or first half percentage for Valley. Valley 205 from the three-point arc for 40%, shooting 37% from the three-point arc is Valley. And again, I think if the Maroons are going to fight their way back into the second half, certainly is going to have to be keeping Valley from inside the lane, which is tough because of their height, force them to shoot three-point lines or three-point shots and rebound the ball. That's going to be the MO looking in the second half.
All right, Jim, thank you for those numbers. And now we move to our halftime guest. Waiting patiently is assistant coach Joel Danner from the Dowling girls basketball team, as the Maroons losing tonight to a very fine Valley team. It's a two-team split during the regular season, 55-51, the final in Game 1, Valley over Dowling. And Coach Danner, thanks for joining us. Tough night here on the visiting court, but what an effort, what a game we saw. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it was a great game. It was fun. Like always, our girls competed, carried out the game plan, on Valley's home floor, which is just a tough place to play. But, give our girls credit. They fought to the end. But you know what? Valley just made a few more shots tonight and did some things that we weren't expecting on the offensive end. So give credit to them.
Yeah, they had a good game plan. It came down to the third quarter. They outscored you 20-13 in the third quarter, coming out of half where you had a 3-point lead at halftime, and things are pretty much going your way in the first half, and a very well-played first half.
Yeah, Meredith Riker got off for them in the third quarter and hit some shots. We probably a couple defensive assignments that we missed on. We went under a screen, and she just shot over the top of us and opened things up for them in half court. They were able to get some nice drives to the basket. But again, that third quarter was tough, but then our girls kind of settled back down and fought themselves back in to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, you had turnovers, which, they played a little 1-2-2 half-court trap, and when you got the ball to the post, it seemed like there were several turnovers there that Valley caused and gave them a transition basket, and that was something against that 1-2-2 half-court trap that you don't anticipate, especially when you're trying to get the ball at the elbow of the free throw line to Emma Gipple.
Right, and their size bothered us tonight. They put in 3 players out there, 5'11", 6 foot, and that's one thing that's hard to simulate in practice and emulate with our team. But I thought, once our guards, were able to look at the basket, we were able to get the ball into Emma and even Lauren a few times there in the fourth quarter, and they were able to pick it out for some nice shots from Ava from the three-point line, and that's what allowed us to get back into the game.
Coach, it's going to be really interesting to see how your young team responds. First loss of the year, I think, looking at the way your team has played, this year, we've talked a lot about the defense. The defense of this team has been, outstanding. It's been the difference in many of the games. You played a couple of breakdowns tonight, but sure, they're going to learn from tonight. Talk about, we've called you the defensive guru of this group. So talk about your role as assistant coach, the defensive coach, some of the things that you look for that makes this team so good on the defensive side.
Again, I credit Coach Marr for allowing me to have that responsibility. Biggest thing I've tried to impart into the girls is just toughness. Getting on the floor with loose balls, not allowing cutters to go through the lane uncontested. And then I think we're doing a better job of getting to a situation where we're putting ourselves in better health position. And, we keep doing those things. Our young girls are still learning. We got lost a couple times tonight, but overall, we try to instill that every day. That's what I told them. Defense travels. We're going to miss shots, but defense, you can always take defense with you.
I just commend you again. I think it's just shown a big piece of what Coach Meyer and yourself and Dr. Faber and the entire staff of Dowling Catholic and what they do as bringing a young team to this far in this season, being successful. A great part of that is the defensive play. So,
thank you. Now they're going to compete.
Well, Coach Danner, I got to ask you. This Valley's done. Johnston, number 1 Johnston's on the horizon. Friday night, Dowling Gym, Mediacom, CISN. Yeah, Coach Cataldo will be there. I'll probably be there. What a matchup, and you get a few days to prepare for the number 1 team who you haven't seen this year. You've seen Valley twice, have not seen Johnston. That'll change here in the coming weeks. Your thoughts?
That'll change. It should be just an outstanding atmosphere for a Friday night. Right now, a 1-4 matchup. 2 teams that play really good defense. Johnston's got a lot of personnel back from last year's state runner-up team. But we're going to take this game tonight, and we're going to learn as a coaching staff, learn as a team, and we'll put a defensive effort out there Friday night. It's just a matter of if we can keep up with them on the offensive end.
Coach, thanks for coming up and stopping by tonight. Didn't have far to go. No stairs to climb like last week. Appreciate you stopping by, and best of luck Friday night.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Assistant Coach Joel Danner joined us here at halftime as the Dowling girls losing tonight to Valley in game one of our doubleheader, 55-51. We'll take a break, come back to the start of the second half of the boys' game. It's Valley 33, Dowling 14. Back with the second half in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Welcome back to the Valley Fieldhouse. Mark Amadeo alongside Jim Cataldo as we're underway here in the second half. Valley 33, Dowling 14. As Dowling with the ball underneath, and they work the shot.
Great look by Quincy Ferguson on that pass to Drew Marr. Found him underneath the basket. Drew goes up for a nice baby layup.
And Morrow gets credit for the basket. You mentioned Ferguson, and now back comes Valley and Fabian Carson with his shot. That's good. That's his first 2 points tonight for Travion. And it's 35-16 Valley. Morrow now with 6 points for the Maroons. And now the Maroons in front of us, they go right to left. We're sitting right next to the Dowling bench. Corner three, up and good. Carson Brown, Jimmy, you talked about him in pregame. He has to get hot and has to open up that outside shooting.
You know, Valley's going to force you to shoot outside shots. Dowling's going to have to hit some shots, find some shooters. Carson's hit a couple in the first half and comes out hitting his first one in the second.
Carson Brown with 6 points. They're working inside this Valley. And Bajik with his 10th point. And it's 37-19 Valley. Underneath, Charlie Stewart, reverse layup. And it's swatted away by Bajik. Out of bounds to Dowling.
Dowling's just having issues right now in the paint, both sides of the court. Offensively and defensively, their Valley's length is certainly causing the Maroons a lot of problems. High percentage shooting by Valley tonight.
Maroons working in the paint. Pettis shot up, no good. Rebound put back up, no good. Ball poked out of bounds by Stewart. He steals it into the hands of Quincy Ferguson. Right in front of us, and Quincy, good hustle that time, but Stewart. And now Carson Brown for three for the Maroons. Tip no good by Stewart, and ball ripped out of Charlie's hands into the hands of Valley, and the other way we go. So good looks that time for the Maroons. Couldn't get anything to fall. Now Valley underneath it, shot up and good.
Pretty athletic move by Ruitt. Pump fakes the three-point shot. Hard dribble to the basket.
12 points for Bajik. Down the other way. Quincy Ferguson for three. It's no good. Rebound Curtis Stinson Jr. and Valley. Tigers running. This is Carson with it. And he has the ball stolen away. Nice job by the Maroons in the double team. Ferguson in the front court for the Maroons. Underneath the Pettis, and he threw it away. Stewart, Morrow, Carson Brown, Pettis, and Ferguson. And now for Dowling, the Dowling lineup will be Joey Coppola. 5 and a 4 for the Maroons. For Valley, it'll be Mason Morrow, Trevion Carlson, Ruitt, Bajik, along with Cade Grevengood and Curtis Stinson Jr. Now we got a whistle and a foul on the Maroons beyond the three-point arc. You don't want to see that.
It's just Joey Coppola just playing denial defense on Mason Morrow, who's been pretty effective tonight in his offensive game. You don't mind seeing that this early in the half.
Fouls on Dowling's Coppola. And now Curtis Stinson gets loose underneath. His shot up and good. He's got 11 points. It's 41-19 Valley. Morrow for three. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound Dowling. Now Valley in transition. They throw it away. So both teams get a little bit sloppy here with 4:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Into the Dowling lineup. Be number 41, Colin Clark, for the first time tonight. Sitting down will be Carson Brown.
Drew Morrow just struggling a little bit from the outside arc right now. Biggest thing right now, I think, you tell him, see, look, take the ball to the basket, knock the cylinder out, and see how effective you can be.
Dowling with the ball. Capola goes as far as he can and has to kick it back out. And here's Charlie Stewart coming off a ball screen by Pettis down the lane. Reverse layup, good. Went right around Ruitt and scored.
It's Charlie Stewart getting to the basket. He hasn't had much trouble getting that, but it's been finishing has been the biggest thing for Charlie, and that time he does.
4 points for Stewart. Now whistling a foul as Valley attacks the basket. Foul on Dowling. The foul will be on Joey Capola, his second. And it'll be out of bounds to Valley. They get to Mason Morrow. They try to get it inside. It's to Ruitt. It's stolen away. Stewart poked it away, and here's Clark with it. And now a three-pointer up and good. That is Charlie Stewart for three in the corner. He's got 5 of his 7 points here in the third quarter. 41-24, Valley. Tigers in transition. Corner three by Carson is no good. Fight for the rebound, Bajik. Gets it away from Stewart. We got a whistle and a foul on Charlie Stewart. Muscled inside by Bajik. So that'll be foul number 3 on Charlie Stewart, and that'll get Carson Brown off the bench for Dowling, and he'll come in for him.
It's the shot that, if you're a Dowling fan, it's the shot that you'd like to see Valley take. Low percentage three-point shot. Just couldn't get the defensive rebound.
Now we got a whistle and a foul underneath on Carson Brown. 41-24 is our score, Valley, with 3:40 remaining in the third quarter, and Carson got caught trying to body up Ruitt Bajik.
Carson's just sitting in the lane, and Ruitt just pushes him in to get in position, and Carson's wondering, why is the foul called on me? But I think he had a little bit of a good argument there.
Yeah, traveling called on Curtis Stinson Jr. on the inbounds pass for a corner three. It's out of bounds to Dowling, and I guarantee you, Coach Windhorst said, play physical tonight, Ruitt, because he has not had good games since his time here at Valley against Dowling until tonight, to be quite honest.
It's probably the message that Coach Windhorst is saying at halftime, knowing that Dowling's output against Urbandale in the second half. Say, look, this is a good second half team. Don't let your guard down. You're up pretty comfortably. We got to come out and play hard in the second half.
Dowling with the ball, 3:20 remaining. Carson Brown underneath, reverse layup, blocked by Bajik. That was reverse layup by Capola that was blocked, but Dowling retains possession. Corner three up, no good. A foul on the corner on Valley, and 3 free throws coming for Dowling, and I believe it'll be Capola for 3, as the foul is on Trevion Carson, his first.
You love to see that out of Joey Capola. He goes up hard for a reverse layup. Does get blocked by Ruitt. I mean, just so tall.
And free throw number 1.
But his versatility is taking him back out to the three-point line, gets a shot, and no hesitation shoots it.
First free throw is good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skeffton's Formal Wear, along with Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Second free throw good by Capola as line change for Valley. 3 come out and 3 go in. Supple back in for Valley, along with Kiki Dang and Kerr Dew. Third free throw good. 3 for 3 is Capola. And Joey with all 3 of his points at the free throw line. 41-27 Valley. Now a steal as the Tigers facing full court pressure, but stepping out of bounds and going halfway up the far stands is Dowling's Colin Clark with the hustle.
Here Dowling down 41-27. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. If you can cut this down to single digits going into the fourth quarter, I think you give yourself a very realistic chance. Dowling stepping up their defense, a little bit of energy, which is good to see.
And the ball goes out of bounds and went off of Drew Supple. Good help defense that time by Morrow. That's Drew Morrow, and I think it was Capola near, or was it Clark? One of those two.
It was Clark. Clark's your defensive guy you bring into the game, and he's going to bite his minutes by continuing to play hard defense.
All right, here's Morrow. Drew will shoot the 3 right wing off the mark, no good. Weak side rebound Clark. Now at the Capola for 3, it's off the mark, no good. And rebound Valley and Mason Morrow.
2 great looks by the Maroons, just both of them coming up short. but great looks by both Drew Morrow and Joey Coppola.
And a whistle and a foul on Dowling on the transition. Colin Clark picks up the foul. 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter. 41-27 our score. Nearly double-team Supple, and Coppola does get the steal. Bad pass by Kiki Ding, and underneath to try to get the Carson Brown. Pettis has a reverse layup. Up good! How about that?
So many things happened in that possession. Joey Coppola overplays the passing lane, gets the interception, drives it down with a lot of defense contested, gets turned around underneath the basket, but finds Jalen Pettis for the layup.
And it cuts the Valley lead to 41-29 with 2:13 remaining. We'll take a 1-minute break from the Valley Fieldhouse. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Is the Eucharist really Jesus? Not to demean the faith of others, but actually, if you say you're a Christian, then there's no reason not to believe in the Eucharist. At the Last Supper, Jesus told his apostles, "This is my body." He didn't say, "This is a symbol." And in John 6, when Jesus says, "The bread that I give is my flesh for the life of the world," a lot of people refuse to believe. So what did Jesus do? Did he run after them and say, "Wait, I was just speaking symbolically"? Did he explain what he really meant to his disciples, as he had done nearly every time he told a parable? No. In fact, he asked his apostles if they were going to leave too. Jesus must have been pretty serious about his flesh being real food if he was willing to part ways with some of his closest friends over the matter. For more Young Catholic Minutes, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
And we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse. Dowling gets a steal and a three-point basket good by Drew Morrow. And it's 41-32, a 9-point lead for Valley. Now a turnover by the Tigers. They throw it away. Coppola for three. It's off the mark, no good. That would have set the Dowling crowd behind us.
Dowling's full-court trap defense has caused two straight turnovers the last two times down. Continued shots, they can set this up.
Nine-point lead for Valley. So the Tigers' 22-point lead whittled down to 9 with 1:20 remaining here in the third quarter. And now a loose ball, and Pettis comes up with the steal. Mason Morrow couldn't handle, lost his dribble in the lane, rather. And 1:10 remaining. Here's Carson Brown coming off a Pettis screen. In the lane, shot up, good! Carson Brown with his 5th point of the quarter, 8 for the game. 1 minute to play, and the lead is 7 for Valley.
Tremendous move by Carson Brown down the lane. Reverse layup, went hard to the lane, the hoop, converts, cuts it to 7.
And now ball tipped out of bounds by the Maroons. Nice job by Colin Clark. With 50 seconds remaining, it'll be Valley basketball and substitution. Some of the starters coming back in as Valley was playing with 3 reserves during that time, Jim.
Dowling continued to overplay in the passing lane. He's getting good looks to cause turnovers. Keep it within single digits. I think this is a great opportunity for the Maroons.
Maroons have scored 20 points here in this third quarter alone. Valley with the basketball as Trevion Carson, a starter, has returned. So is Mason Morrow. Also in there, Curtis Stinson Jr. Underneath, a shot up and no good by Mason Morrow, and he drew the foul. And free throws coming for Valley. That'll be Coppola with his 3rd foul.
Joey having 3 fouls in the third quarter. They're going to substitute him out with Quincy Ferguson to end the third quarter.
And the first free throw, no good. The Valley's starting to get cold. Mason Morrow misses the free throw.
Good quality minutes by Colin Clark coming out on the defensive end, getting substituted by Charlie Stewart.
Mason Morrow with 11 points, all in the first half, looking for his first points in the second half. Second free throw up and good. So he goes 1 for 2 there, 12 points for Morrow. 42-34, Valley by 8 with 25 seconds remaining. And possession arrow. Taking a look down and now a near steal by Bajik, and it's saved out of bounds by Bajik, and hopefully he's all right over there. And he is. It'll be Dowling basketball with Ferguson to throw it in with 18 seconds remaining in the quarter rather. It's Ferguson, Pettis, Brown with Charlie Stewart and Drew Marr, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. Marr has it left wing. And now Valley a little half-court trap. Ferguson on the baseline, puts up a teardrop, up and good. Quincy Ferguson with his first basket of the game. And they're going to wave that shot off as it went in from three-quarters court by Valley. 42-36. Valley over Dowling. Here in the third, at the end of the third quarter, we'll take a 1-minute break, come back for the fourth quarter in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
What is the best gift ever? Giving a Catholic education is at the top of my list. Your contribution to CTO helps families send their children to our Catholic schools who otherwise could not afford it. In giving to CTO, you receive the best tax credits ever. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their future.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Golden Rule Heating and Cooling. Since 1999, Golden Rule Heating and Cooling has been supporting customers with their rules to live by: respect, understanding, loyalty, expertise, and service. GoldenRulePHC.com.
And we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Dowling trailing now 42-36 to the Valley Tigers, alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Thanks for joining us. Game 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. As Dowling, 22-9 in that third quarter, has come back in this ball game to get within single digits, as you mentioned earlier in the third quarter, Jim.
Their defense has greatly stepped up, forcing 7 Valley turnovers in that third quarter. With some hot shooting, has got Dowling into this position.
Well, Curtis Stinson now at the free throw line to start the fourth quarter. Fouls on Drew Marr. Drew's first foul. And Stinson now with the second free throw, as both teams, it is good. So Stinson now with 13 points.
Valley going to a full court trap and press.
Dowling with 17 fouls. Valley with 1. And now Valley forced a turnover. In transition, the shot up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Valley as a shot by Trevion Carson. And they're going to call him for the offensive foul. He threw his elbow, Jim.
Good job by Carson Brown, just hustling back on defense on the transition, getting position enough for Trevion
Carson.
Trevion Carson to push off with the elbow, forcing a charge.
So Dowling now in the front court. It's Carson Brown, Drew Marr, Mata Brua back in.
Valley gone back to their half-court zone defense.
Quincy Ferguson and Charlie Stewart, the 5 starters on the floor for Dowling, underway here in the fourth quarter. Stewart in the corner for Quincy Ferguson. His three-pointer no good. Rebound Valley, and Carson. Outlet pass goes to Mason Marr, and his layup is good. Good execution there by Valley.
Run out, rebound by Valley. Dowling not getting back on defense.
Now Valley with a 4-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Maroons put it inside. A shot by Brua. No good. Rebound Valley, and Cade Greven good. It's Greven good, Stinson, along with Trevion Carson. Ruit Bajik. The 5 on the floor for Valley. Here's Stinson with it. Pull-up jumper just inside the right elbow. Missed everything. No good. Saved from going out of bounds by Carson. And he saved it off a Dowling player out of bounds to Valley.
Just one of those that, you're always taught don't save the ball underneath the offensive end. And Mata letting think of the ball's going out. Tremendous play by Trevion Carson to dive for the ball and get it off Mata.
Now a shot in the lane, no good by Valley, and that was by Greven good. Rebound Dowling and Pettis.
Good hard rebound by Pettis.
10-point lead for Valley, 46-36, 6:15 remaining. Now in the lane, a shot by who else? Drew Marr is good. This is his time right now, Jimmy.
That layup went almost to the very top of the backboard. Soft kiss off the backboard for the soft layup for Drew Marr, but it's caused by the length of Ruit. Tremendous finish by Drew.
11 points now for Drew Marr. It's 46-38. Valley by 8. Long three coming for Carson. It missed everything, no good. Majik with the rebound. He had it slapped out of his hands, and it went off a Dowling player out of bounds to Valley underneath their own basket.
That's the defensive side you want. You want them to take those open three-point shots with some low percentage. Valley, I keep saying they're a low percentage three-point shooting team, and again, Stinson missed the whole rim on the attempt.
All right, here's Morrow with the Hill launch the three. It's up off the back iron, no good. Rebound Stinson Jr. and it's put back up and good. And height there bothering the Maroons. Curtis Stinson Jr. shoots and scores. 15 points for Stinson Jr. It's 48-38. Valley's lead back to 10. Tigers have had a 22-point lead at one point in this contest, and Valley on the verge of blowing Dowling out. The Maroons hustle back. There's Morrow with it. Pull in there. Morrow pull-up jumper, free throw line, no good. Rebound, Carson. And Valley in the front court, Morrow. Skip pass on the corner to Carson. Won't shoot the three over Pettis. Majik being guarded and now poked away by Charlie Stewart. And the pass to Majik down court is Pettis. Layup good! How about that? The big guy ran the floor.
Jalen Pettis, tremendous defensive effort. Gets a steal, coast to coast with the layup. Contested.
7 points for Pettis, 48-40. The Valley lead is now 8. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter from the Valley Fieldhouse. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Jeff Piggott, our studio producer. Valley now playing catch in the perimeter, trying to run their offense. Tigers are going to circle the ball with passes on the perimeter. Dribble handoff now goes to Mason Morrow in the lane. Cut off nicely by Brown.
Several open three-point looks for Valley, but they're not shooting them. They're waiting for the layup, and there it is.
And they get a backdoor cut and a layup good. You're right. Greven good with the basket that time for Valley.
The whole offensive set there was to get them the layup, and that's where their patience paid off and found a backdoor open layup.
Good execution by the Valley Tigers, 50-40. Valley by 10. Under 4 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Here's Pettis for three, up off the back iron and backboard. No good. Rebound comes out to Valley. Tigers led 33-14 at halftime, but Dowling comes back with a 22-9 third quarter to get it within single digits. Here's Stewart. Charlie dribbles baseline, tries to jam it through, and it rims out. Rebound Dowling, and Morrow has it. Pull-up jumper on the run, no good. Rebound Pettis. Dowling taking a page out of the Valley playbook with the second offensive rebound, a foul on Valley. This will be on Greven Good, his second, and a timeout on the floor by head coach P.J. Windhorst and the Valley Tigers. This will be a full timeout. We'll take one ourselves. 3:28 remaining, fourth quarter. Valley 50, Dowling 40, here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Dale Alquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say that the church needs to keep up with the times? G.K. Chesterton says that all this talk about keeping up with the times has been uttered hundreds of times before. To be up to date, he says, is a paltry ambition, except in an almanac. The church certainly does not need to imitate the secular world. In fact, what does the word secular mean? It does not mean worldly. It does not even mean irreligious. To be secular simply means to be of the age. That is, of the age which is passing. And in the case of anyone trying to keep up with the times, the age that is already past. So what the word secular really means is dated. The church's truth is never out of date because it is eternal. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
Hey, we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale. What a game. What a finish we're seeing here, Jim. 50-40, Valley by 10. Maroons inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Corner three, up no good by Capola. Long rebound out to Mason Morrow. He dribbles down court. His shot blocked by Pettis. Out of bounds to Dowling as Pettis hit it off of Morrow's hip. It'll be Dowling basketball, Jimmy.
Just effort running down the court by Jalen Pettis. Goes up on the block and fortunate enough to hit off Mason Morrow's knee as it went out of bounds.
Dowling has to break full court pressure. They do. And in the lane, Capola, his shot no good. Missed everything. Might have been a lob pass to Charlie Stewart, but couldn't hook it up, and the rebound out the Valley. Tough break for the Maroons after the blocked shot by Pettis.
I think Joey was looking for the alley-oop layup and didn't get the back cut he was looking for.
All right, here's Valley. Long three coming by Grevengood. Top of the key, it's no good. Rebound Valley and Stinson Jr. The Tigers keep the possession alive. They got Ruitt inside. They're trying to post him up. Carson Brown on Ruitt right now, as Carson playing with 3 fouls. And now a steal by Carson Brown. He saved it right into the hands of Dowling and Coppola. Good hustle.
Tremendous hustle by the Maroons on the defensive side of the court. The last several times down, the Maroons are going to fight you to the very end, and that's what they're showing defensively.
They certainly are. Here's Carson Brown, dribble drive. Gets it over to Stewart for 3. Good. Charlie in the corner hits the 3. How about that?
Big shot by Charlie. Cuts at 7 with 2:15 left.
Charlie Stewart with his 10th point, second 3 of the night. Here's Ruitt with the basketball. Kicks it out as Valley running their little weave on the perimeter. Now they'll set up with Trevion Carson between the circles, guarded by Pettis. Carson Brown has Ruitt on his assignment defensively. Stewart's guarding Stinson. Now the pass goes right side. That's to Mason Marl. They reverse the ball over to Carson. Dowling staying man-to-man. Minute 45 to play. 50-43. Valley by 7. And that'll be the 8th team foul on Dowling. And it'll be the front end of the 1-and-1 for Valley. Valley has 3 team fouls at this juncture.
Yeah, Dowling is in the position. They got a foul with a minute 43 left, down 7. Fouling Trevion Carson, who's a 50% shooter on the year.
Carson 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Not a whole lot of shots. First one up and rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound Dowling and Pettis as he and Charlie Stewart came down with it. Dowling with the ball. Carson Brown for 3 in the corner. It's no good. And missed everything. Fight for the rebound. Dowling has it. They work underneath to Pettis. A power dribble. His shot up and no good. Too strong. Gets the back end of the rim. And a rebound out to Valley and Curtis Stinson Jr. And a foul in the backcourt on Drew Morrow with a minute 23 remaining. That might not be a bad. Well, it is bad. That's not a good foul. Stinson Jr., 81% free throw shooter, and I have him underlined. One of the best on the team.
Dowling
for a
coaching
freshman.
was trying to get their guys to foul, but certainly not the foul that they were looking for at that time.
It's funny how the game changed. Get in the final 2 minutes. Okay, don't foul him. Let him have the ball. Yeah. Foul this guy when he gets the first pass. That's his first free throw. It's no good. Rebound Charlie Stewart. He and Carson went up there above the rim for that rebound, but Dowling comes away with it. 7-point Valley lead. Marl in the lane. It shot up. No good. And we got 2 free throws coming from Marl. He hits the deck. Foul on Valley. This will be on Mason Marl, his second. That'll send Drew Marl to the line. And Drew looks like
Marl, yeah.
he just got done with the football game because he is limping and that ankle's bothering him. He's got an ankle brace on his left ankle from the injury over Christmas break, but he'll shoot the left-hander. First free throw up, no good. Oh. Drew Dowling's best free throw shooter, 84% in the season. He's 0 for 1 right now. Second one coming. And it's good. Maroons get 1 of 2 as Dowling will substitute.
Morrow looks to come. Drew Morrow looked to come down on an ankle there a little bit. Tweaks a little bit. Seeing the trainer. Can't imagine him sitting out much longer.
12 points for Morrow, and now pressure in the backcourt by Dowling, and they'll foul in the backcourt. This will be Carson Brown will pick up his 3rd foul, sending to the free throw line Valley's Cade Grevengood, who is a 53% free throw shooter. And the first free throw by the right-hander is good. That is the 10th team foul, so everything's a double bonus now for Valley. And Grevengood hits his 8th point. Second one on the way, good. 9 points for Grevengood.
Valley's got to look for a quick score here.
8-point Valley lead, and now Charlie Stewart in the lane. His shot is no good. Might have been partially blocked, and he rebounded the ball, stepped on the baseline, and Morrow will go in. As the ball will go over to Valley. Pettis will come out, Morrow in. Drew.
I think Drew is cramping a little bit, looking at how he's reacting to his calf a little bit.
Well, it's good. It's not his ankle.
Yes.
His ankle's wrapped too. Valley breaks the press. 54 seconds remaining, and now a foul. The Tigers get it all the way down court in the right baseline. Foul on Dowling. And this will be on Colin Clark, his second. So again, Dowling well over the 10 foul limit. Valley shooting 2 free throws. Tigers have 4 team fouls. They have several fouls to give if they need to, and they lead by 8. First free throw good by Trevion Carson. Carson with 3 points tonight. 53-44 Valley by 9. Maroons climb back from a 22-point deficit. Second free throw good by Carson. Now has 4 points. 54-44, Valley by 10. Here's Marr with it. Dribble handoff. Now gives it to Pettis. His shot off the glass no good by Marr, and a whistle and a loose ball foul on Dowling. Yeah, free throws coming for Valley.
It just becomes such a tough thing trying to take the ball to the basket because Ruitt is so long with his arm span that it causes you to manipulate your normal shooting rhythm, and it's just been a really tough night of shooting for the Maroons in the paint.
So free throws coming for Ruitt Bajik, 6'9" senior. First one up and good. He is a 74% free throw shooter, second on the team in free throw shooting. He hits the first. Bajik with 13 points. Second one on the way, good. 14 points for Bajik. 56-44, Valley by 12, 40 seconds remaining. Dowling in the front court. There's Carson Brown coming off a Pettis screen. Launches a three. It's up and no good. And the rebound, Bajik and Valley. And now Dowling's in foul mode here as Valley gets to Grevin good. Down court to Bajik, and it's knocked out of bounds by Pettis. Might have been a block or a steal, but we can't see.
It was a great block, in fact, by Jalen on the shot for Ruitt. Ruitt tries to go up for the dunk, and Jalen's going to get you to the very end, and that's what Jalen does with his effort.
Ball goes out of bounds. Valley inbounds the ball with 17 seconds, and that may be it. Both teams are going to call it a night. What an effort by Dowling, coming back from a 22-point deficit in the second half to cut the lead to, I believe, 6 is as far as it got, Jim. And Valley will win it 56-44. Congratulations to BJ Windhorse and the Valley Tigers as they improve their record to 7-3. They just got dropped from the top 10 in Class 4A basketball. They're on the receiving vote side. Dowling falls to 3-6 with the loss, and the Valley Tigers get a doubleheader sweep over Dowling at home tonight. Winning the girls' game 55-51 and winning the boys' game here 56-44. But, Jim, not without a pretty good effort by Dowling. Many times in that first half they could have cashed it in, especially early in that third quarter. And the Maroons just came storming back, outscoring Valley 22-9 in that third quarter to make a game of it.
It's the MO of this team right now is when their back's against the wall is that they fight out of the corners, and that's what they were doing the second half. Cut it to 6 with a great momentum shift. It's just what, at the end of the day, Valley's length really has caused some problem with Dowling. When you're not a tremendously a good outside shooting team, Dowling isn't, and they're forced to take the ball to the basket. With Ruitt's length and Kurt Dua's length caused them to have a lot of problems in the paint, and that was with the tail of the second half.
Final score in the boys' game as we move to our post-game show, 56-44, Valley with the win over Dowling alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as we are courtside here at the Valley Gym. I want to thank Brad Rose and all the folks here at Valley for providing us the best seats I could get you, Jim Cataldo. And you wanted to go sit up in the rafters somewhere.
It's hard to see from this side because they're just these kids nowadays are so much longer, so much taller than I ever remembered it, and it makes this court look so small being from this side of the view, and that's what Valley does to you. It was interesting to see what kind of team you'd see tonight without Eli Raridan, and I think. Valley's found themselves as a pretty decent team right now because of their defense, their length. They shoot the ball so well inside the paint.
They do.
I had them at 83% going into the fourth quarter, and again converted many field goals in the fourth quarter themselves.
All right, final score: Valley 56, Dowling 44 in the boys' game. Girls' game won by Valley. As the 9th-ranked Tigers defeated 4th-ranked Dowling girls 55-51. Dowling girls fall to 11-1 on the season. Valley improves to 9-3 in girls play. And we'll take a break. Come back to our postgame show from the Valley Fieldhouse here in West Des Moines on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Throughout history, our Lord has shown us that He is truly present in the Blessed Sacrament. Experience these wonders for yourself as Iowa Catholic Radio presents the Vatican International Exhibition Eucharistic Miracles of the World at the Christ the King Parish Gallery in Des Moines, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., now through January 12th. Learn more about how you can bring this beautiful panel display to your parish, school, or faith-based organization by calling 515-223-1150. This is Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ.
And we're back here at the Valley Fieldhouse alongside Jim Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight. Girl-boy doubleheader on a Tuesday night. As Dowling and Valley, for the second time this year, the Valley boys defeat Dowling 56-54 tonight. Earlier last month, it was Valley defeating Dowling 62-52. So a 10-point win at Dowling and a 12-point win for Valley here at the Valley Fieldhouse. They sweep the season series. In the girls' game, the two teams split during the regular season. The Valley Tigers winning tonight 55-51 over the Dowling girls, stamping an 11-game winning streak for the Maroons. And earlier this year, Dowling girls winning a close one at the Dowling gym. Now we got some of the scoring totaled up. I know, Jim, you're going through some of your numbers, so I'll lead off here. I guess I can bat lead off. I have never done that even in Little League. Or I'm a cleanup hitter, I've never done that, sir. So, all right, let's take a look at the Dowling numbers tonight. As the Maroons fall 56-44 to Valley. Dowling had two players in double figures, led by Drew Marr with 12 points. He was 1 for 2 at the free throw line tonight. Charlie Stewart with 10 points. Charlie hit a pair of three-pointers and a couple of two-point field goals. He was 0 for 2 tonight at the free throw line for his 10 points. And then rounding out scoring for Dowling, Carson Brown with 8 points. 3 points for Joey Coppola off the bench. Jalen Pettis off the bench for 7 points. And then 2 points each for Quincy Ferguson and Davis Sheck. Mata Brua, the fifth Dowling starter, did not score tonight. So that's a look at some of the Dowling numbers. The Maroons went 4 of 7 at the free throw line. And for the Valley Tigers, they had 3 players in double figures, led by Curtis Stinson Jr., the freshman, with 15 points. Followed by Mason Morrow with 14 points. But Ruit Bajik, 14 points. 9 points for Cade Grevengood. 4 points for Trevion Carson. And no bench scoring tonight. Kiki Dang, Drew Supel, and Kerr Du did not score for Valley. So with all 5 starters scoring, reminder, Valley's leading scorer against Dowling a month ago, Eli Reardon, at 37 points and double-figure rebounds, out with an ACL that he suffered the next day down in Kansas City in a game that Valley was playing, and he's out for the year. So they were minus Eli Reardon, as they have been since that day. So that's a look at the numbers there. Jimmy, what do you have?
Well, some of the team stats, Dowling, comes out in the third quarter, shot 83% in the third quarter alone to get themselves within 7 points. But for the game, the Maroons shot 11 of 31 for 35% from the field. From the three-point arc, 6 of 24 for 25%. So not a great shooting night for the Maroons. Certainly had their opportunities, but inside the paint became a true issue for the Maroons, getting the ball in the hole. For Valley, just the opposite. They shot the ball so well inside the paint. Went 16 of 24 for the game, 67% from the field, which is just a tough night to beat a team when they shoot 67% from the field. Three-point arc, 3 of 12 for the Tigers for 25%. Rebounds, I have the Maroons 17 rebounds as a team to Valley's 28. Turnovers, Dowling 14 turnovers to Valley's 19. And a lot of those turnovers came in the third quarter from Valley when Dowling put their press on, caused a lot of turnovers by Valley. Just couldn't get enough makes. The Maroons couldn't to be able to set up their press, which caused Valley a lot of problems.
Yeah, and missed shots. You mentioned the shooting percentages, but also the turnovers. And then when you exchange baskets, when you're trying to come back, that doesn't work very well. But then all of a sudden, the Maroons open it up in the third quarter, outscoring Valley 22-9. A couple timeouts by Valley. We start the fourth quarter, and Valley outscores Dowling in the fourth quarter 14-8, and they pull from a single-digit lead that Valley had out to a double-digit lead and sealed it with free throws. Tigers 8 for 8 down the stretch in the fourth quarter at the free throw line.
Certainly just has to be frustrating, for the Dowling coaching staff and just the Dowling kids. When just putting together a complete game. You look at this game, they made 2 points in the first quarter alone, which really puts you behind the 8 ball at that point. But then you're playing from behind the whole game. They just can't put the complete game. They have a tremendous third quarter. Came out a little bit slow in the fourth, found a little bit of a run. But you look at the last 3 games in itself, Urbandale and Waukee and now Valley, the Maroons haven't put together a 4-quarter game, and that's what you got to be able to play in this division, especially in Central Iowa. It's just so many good teams. Just got to find a complete game by the Maroons.
Absolutely. Well, it was Valley tonight. They jumped out to a 16-2 first quarter lead over Dowling. They led 33-14 at halftime, outscored Dowling 17-12 in the second quarter. The third quarter, as we mentioned, Dowling outscoring Valley 22-9. The Maroons cut it to 6 points. It was 40-36 Valley going into the fourth quarter, and the Tigers outscored Dowling 14-8 in the fourth quarter, going 8 for 8 at the free throw line to win it by the final score of 56-44 to complete the doubleheader sweep. Next up for Dowling, the Maroons host Johnston. It'll be MediaCom. It'll be CISN. You got to dress up a little bit.
We're going on TV for that?
Well, one of us may be. It depends on what the shot is. It will be a two-person shot or a one-person shot. Depends how. Are you going to wear your ball cap?
I don't know if that's in my contract.
Or there is no contract. So it just kind of depends. We're Iowa Catholic Radio. I mean, come on. We're nonprofit. There's no contracts. So that'll be Friday night, just kind of a heads up there.
Yep.
So that'll be Dowling hosting number 6 Johnston boys and the number 1 Johnston girls. It'll be a great doubleheader. We'll have it on Iowa Catholic Radio. 6 o'clock pregame as Scott Babinat will join me for the girls game, and then you'll tag along for the boys. Deviney, one more last few days in Florida, and he'll come back showing his tan next week when we hit the road for the Valley Tigers. They travel to Urbandale this Friday night for a CIML matchup. And then next week, Valley hosting Lincoln here on Tuesday, and next Friday they will be at Waukee for their schedule. Looking ahead to Dowling after Johnston on Friday, the Maroons will be home against Waukee Northwest, the 4th-ranked team in Class 4A boys. And I believe Chris Guess's team on the girls' side is also ranked. And then the Maroons will be home as they will take on Southeast Polk next Friday. So it's Waukee Northwest and Southeast Polk both at home for Dowling next week, Jim. We're going to take our final break, come back with final thoughts from the Valley Fieldhouse tonight. Alongside Jim Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadeo. Our thanks to Scott Babinat for working with me in Game 1. And, of course, Jeff Piggott back from his Christmas and New Year's break is our studio producer tonight, as Jennifer Phelps was sitting right next to me, spinning the music here in the Valley Fieldhouse. We couldn't hear it because we were talking to each other, but they enjoyed it. The fans enjoyed it. Good job out of you, Jennifer. Back with final thoughts after these messages. Again, the final, Valley 56, Dowling 44 in the boys' game, and the girls' game, Valley 55, Dowling 51. Back after this break.
Thought of the day with Monsignor Frank Bagnano.
Every day we experience moments of happiness and moments of disappointment or confusion or even despair. Often we are like the surface of a lake, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. But if the lake is deep, then there's a perpetual calm beneath the surface. And we can have that calm that's deep within us by having a depth of faith within us, a depth created by the knowledge of God's loving presence, God's unconditional love which leads us to trust Him. That is the source of the calm within us. Create that depth of personality, that deep relationship with God. The storms will come, they will go, but they will not define or defeat you. That deep peace of faith and trust in God's personal love will protect you. And that is today's thought of the day.
And welcome back to the Valley Gym. Mark Amadeo alongside Jim Cataldo as we wrap things up tonight. There will be no interview with Coach Thiel King as Dowling loses both games here on the Valley Force. Good to be back having home and home in the CIML Central Conference. Last year there was this series between Dowling and Valley was supposed to be played twice. once early was supposed to be here, and Valley was out with the COVID, so they played one game in the season, and I think the Dowling boys won that. They beat Valley 56-51 at Dowling, and then they defeated and knocked out Valley in the sub-state 61-51. So the Maroons won both games last year, not this year. Valley sweeps the series as the series now tied between Dowling and Valley at 10 each, going back to good old 2007. Coach Cataldo, there you go.
That's as far as you go back as 2007.
That's how far the statistical
okay.
folks do. We started keeping statistics statewide, so all the coaches shared their information. A lot of them didn't want to put that in. They don't want people to know who made free throws and all that, who had turnovers.
Sure.
Now, everybody shares their stats, and they started keeping the numbers, Jim, back in 2007. So where we are, 14 years.
Anytime Dowling and Valley play in any sport, it's a grind. It's a very physical contest, and that's what we saw tonight. We saw some really good individual performances out of the Maroons, but yet, at times they struggled. I thought Charlie Stewart found himself getting to the basket quite often, just working on his finishes, but he had a few that were really good, had an opportunity for just a crowd-raising dunk, and the ball just goes in and out. But Charlie, played as solid as he could. Drew Morrow, looking for his shot throughout the night. It's tough for Drew. Drew loves to take the ball to the basket. That's his MO, and he oftentimes is an athletic, physical young man, and oftentimes is very successful. But the length of Valley just caused a little bit of that part of Drew's game to go outside, and Drew struggled at times shooting the ball from the outside, finishing with 12. But I thought you got some solid minutes out of your bench. Joey Coppola and Colin Clark, both on the defensive side of the court. Those two young men did a heck of a job. And then you look at Jalen Pettis. His effort and attitude when he gets on the court is just fun to watch. Hustling down, blocking a couple shots, and then Carson Brown hit a couple big threes. But again, struggled at times to shooting the outside shot, and that's what Dowling was forced to do, is forcing their outside shots, their three-point arcs, and they're just not a great three-point shooting team, just 25% tonight. But that's what Valley forces you to do. And for Dowling to be successful, they had to get to the free throw line, convert their free throws, and be able to get points in the paint, and they did not.
Well, no question about that. And the league is tough, as we know, the CIML conference, 19 teams in it, with the addition to Waukee Northwest. And 3 of them are in the top 10 right now, or Ames at rank number 1, followed by Waukee Northwest at number 4, and Johnston number 6. That'll be Dowling's opponent. These are all boys AP top 10 schools. And receiving votes, look here, Ankeny, West Des Moines Valley, Waukee, and Ankeny Centennial. And those two teams battle tonight, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial, tonight at the Centennial Gym. So you have all that, and it just doesn't get any better next week, as we mentioned, for Dowling. It's Friday night. They're home against Johnston. And next week, home against Waukee Northwest and Southeast Polk. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. And then Dowling boys, after the Southeast Polk game a week from Friday, travel to number 1 Ames on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday, January 22nd, for a 5:30 boys-only contest. So there you go, Coach. And this group is that, they could have cashed it in, down 22, coming out of the half, and all of a sudden they were getting beat in the third quarter, and they went on to outscore Valley 22-9 to the Dowling boys. But it was too little too late, as that first half to overcome a 22-point deficit. Tough to do in this league, and the Maroons almost pulled it off tonight, and they'll be around on Friday for Johnston.
Well, if you're Coach Tilking, you take some things away from this game and say, maybe we need to do this more. And one thing you see is their full court trap press was very effective tonight. Mm-hmm. And that's not going to be effective every night, but certainly what they're going to find is the ability to get into that, to get some turnovers, because they are athletic, they are fast and quick. So certainly something you could take away from that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't get any easier for the Maroons. They turn around, play Johnston, and you just have to learn from tonight and move forward.
All right. Well, dress up Friday night, would you? I mean, we got to look good on TV. Come on.
You got it.
I
may wear a polo.
And I got his courtside seats here, right next to Coach Danner on the girls' side and Coach Faber for the girls' team. And you were sitting next to a hair. I know you tapped him on the shoulder, and that play didn't work. That play didn't work. That play didn't work. I know you guys feeding information and trying to help Coach Nahas, Coach Wags, and Coach Steelking. But
the last person they want to hear from is me. So they're fighting tooth and nail, and certainly they're doing everything they can to get this team to a successful
they sure are.
road.
We had a lot of fun. I want to thank all the folks here at Valley, including their athletic director. I can't believe he let you in. Brad Rose, that was amazing. Nate Lindgren and Tony Weimers in the athletic office, our thanks to them. And also shout out to Valley head softball coach and sophomore head football coach, Tom Bakey, your arch rival. Tom's wife has been ill, and she is on the mend and doing well from what I understand. And Tom's birthday was the other day, so we were exchanging texts. I did not realize that Kim was sick. So our thoughts and prayers with the Bakey family. And Kim, yes, you hang right in there. You got a stubborn old goat at home in Tom, but things will be well. So we keep on behalf of the Dowling family to the Valley family and the Bakeys. Our thoughts and prayers with them, and hopefully
absolutely.
Kim, but you guys are competitors.
Absolutely.
I just love watching that all transpire.
Oh, Coach Bakey and I, we're both tremendous competitors. And,
oh, really?
And he's just a successful coach in softball and football. I kidded him or when we played earlier this fall and wondering when they're going to name the softball field after him.
And he'll just tell you they just got the scoreboard that he's been wanting for like 10 years in. So that'll probably not happen in our lifetimes, because I think Tom's a few years older than me. But that's a good one. That's a good one. All right, Jimmy. Well, thank you, and we'll see you Friday night at home. Dress up, TV,
ready to go.
Bells and whistles. Dowling Johnson for the first time this year. Think about it. Dowling's played Valley twice already. Johnson's also in the same division of the CIML, and Dowling is yet to play Johnson, but we're going to play him twice starting Friday night. So
really good team. You got to regroup and get back after tomorrow and prepare for that game Friday night. Yeah. Really good team.
A reminder: the Johnson was runner-up to Waukee in girls and boys basketball last year. They both played for a 5A title in girls and a 4A title in the boys, and Johnson was a runner-up. So they got a little bit to prove, and the Maroons better bring it Friday, and we'll be there for it. Jimmy, thank you. That'll wrap up our broadcast tonight from the Valley Fieldhouse. I want to thank everybody involved, including our studio producer, Jeff Piggott. Welcome back, Jeff. I appreciate all you do back at the studios, including our business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. This is our 45th year of broadcasting Dowling Catholic Sports. And again, our thanks to the Valley head coaches tonight, Joe Sechrist, the girls coach, and BJ Windhorst, the boys coach, and all the folks from the Valley Athletic Office, Brad Rose, the athletic director, Nate Lindgren, and Tony Weimers. Thanks to them. Our thanks to the Dowling coaches, Kristen Myers and head coach Clay Thielking, the boys coach at Dowling. Our next broadcast will be this Friday night, January 14th. As a girls and boys doubleheader, it'll be the number 1 Johnston girls and the 6th-ranked Johnston boys coming to the Dowling gym. We'll be on there at 6 o'clock, their pregame show. Scott Babinat and I will tip off at 6:15 on the girls' call, and Jim Cataldo and I will tip off at about 7:45 for the boys. So join us Friday night from the Dowling gym, as we'll be simulcasting with CISN.TV. Once again, the final scores for the final time tonight. In the girls' contest, 9th-ranked Valley upended number 4 Dowling 55-51 to snap an 11-game winning streak by the Maroons. And the boys' contest, it was Valley 56 and Dowling 44. The Dowling boys' record falls to 3-6 overall, and Valley improves to 7-3. For my broadcast partner, Scott Babinat and Jim Cataldo, I'm Mark Hamadale. Thanks for listening tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, and our thanks to Jeff Piggott, and from all of us here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic Sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.